welcome everybody to the Echo Arena Season 5 NA Finals. My name is Nightfire with 2 E's. I am joined by a lovely host of casters on my desk for the Season 5 Finals pre-show. Start down the old list here. I guess I don't know if I'm going left to right quite yet, but we'll start with Sir Dimwee. It's a hyped day. It's a hyped weekend. I mean, I know you are certainly one to be excited about these matches coming up here.
Excited, yes. Also, you're going middle out, in fact, not left to right or right to left.
I see it.
Because you know why? Because that's just this. We do things differently here at VRML, and we do them better. And middle out is what it. I don't even know what that means. But yeah, no, I'm excited. No, excitement is honestly the word. These teams, it's the this is the pinnacle of our season, and it is the best of the best. They want all these teams want to win the championship because. When you look at any sports throughout history, when you talk about the best of the best, when you're talking about players or teams or anything, what it always comes back, you'll talk about numbers all day. What it always comes back to is championship victories. That's ultimately the only thing that really matters when you're talking about the history of a game. And that's what these teams are all going to be seeking here. And they're all going to be fighting exceptionally hard for it. Of course, Ignite, the favorites, the hands over fist favorites coming in.
I got to put a brakes on you right here. I should have known better to give Dimwee an open floor because this is what happens. He just rants and starts his own pre-show. So my fault. All I wanted was a hi, I'm feeling well, Dimwee. So I appreciate the excitement. But let's go on to our other hosts on the desk this afternoon because there's more than you. We'll go to Chaotic. How are you feeling this afternoon?
Great, but I want to hear from Dimwee.
Yeah. We'll get a whole earful of Dimwee soon enough here. Huna Valley also joining us here. Huna, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm so excited to watch this and excited to be a part of this pre-show, but I also want to hear from Dimwee. I want to hear what he has to say.
Well, there's an order to this whole thing, okay? We have to go down the path that brought us here, okay? And that starts with 15 weeks of regular season, all right? I posed this question to Dimwee because I'm sure he'll give me a nice full depth answer. When we started Season 5, was this the final 10 you imagined we'd end with here? Did you envision us with these top 10 teams in this Season 5 finals?
Yes, with the exception of Disorient.
Okay.
Yes, actually, yes. I mean, if you look over this, nothing about this list surprises me except for Disorient, and of course, there's a couple. There's a lot. There's going to be a lot of opinions upon why that is the case, but that was those opinions were about how they got into Master Tier. They stayed in. They got 3 victories here. That secured them a spot here in the finals. So they are here in the finals properly. They took that spot and they're here. They're going to be playing. The fact that Zen dropped out and Disorient is in is probably the only big surprise to me in this top 10. So I would say like 90% yes, 10% wow.
Okay, very interesting. Love to hear it. Well, over the course of those 15 weeks, right, these teams have faced up against each other, Huna Valley. I mean, we've got to watch some fantastic gameplay over the course of NA's regular season. I mean, dare I say the best season of regular season gameplay? Would you agree with that? Huna Valley? Oh, we got him muted.
Sorry, my brother came in. Anyways, so we, this season's been honestly full of surprises. Even like Disorient getting in and that second Challenger Cup. Right. It was not what I was expecting. I really expected Zen to stay in, and I don't know. It was very surprising, but this season's been very fun so far to watch and play in.
Disorient certainly going to be the topic of discussion later on. We're not into these rosters yet. Obviously, there's a 15-week regular season period that leads us into a Challenger Cup. That Challenger Cup was super exciting to tune into. We should have some highlights playing above us from the winners of the Challenger Cup, Cycle 3, Ace and Redshift. The all-important cup at that, Sai. I mean, when you talk about those matchups last weekend, that was one of the more exciting Challenger Cups I've tuned into.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd agree. And I agree with that. It's really, really exciting. And I also kind of disagree with Dimly. I've got one other thing that I was a little surprised not to see going into this finals, which is Corrupt. I really thought that they had a solid shot at getting through in Cycle 3 Challenger Cup. They dominated the ladder the entire cycle. And I don't know who would have come down out of Ace and Redshift. Those are both really solid teams. I am just a bit surprised not to see them up there. Dimway's disagreeing with me, and that's fine. That's fine. But yeah, really exciting Challenger Cup coming into this week, and I'm excited to see how that momentum coming from last week going into this week is going to play out.
I believe Ace and Redshift also already facing off, Dimly. I mean, do you think these two teams coming in off of that Challenger Cup victory, so to speak, are going to be ready for their first matchup of the afternoon, which is going to be Anomaly and Overkill? Start with Anomaly because that's Ace's opponent when we start into round 1 here this afternoon.
I think both of these games are a toss-up. Both absolutely 100%. When we talk about Anomaly and Ace, of course, Anomaly not as strong of a team as they used to be. Still in the Master here, though. Still secured a spot, the number 8 seed, going up against Ace. Ace is the kind of team that, when they win, they win with a real I would say splash, with not pizzazz, but like it's a big win. It's they dominate when they win. And Anomaly's got a team that can kind of, they can flutter back and forth. I think this is a real toss up in this matchup. My prediction would be Ace over Anomaly, just because Ace has been a little bit more. I don't know. Maybe it's a personal bias. I think maybe I'm just a fan of Ace, to be honest. It's hard not to be a fan of that team, but especially both these matchups really going to be a toss-up because on the other matchup there, Overkill and Redshift. Again, two teams that can go so hot. Like Overkill, in my opinion, and I said this a while ago, and I still maintain it. Overkill is a future championship team.
Yeah.
Whether or not it's this season or 2 seasons from now, they are a future championship team. They are going to win a final. If they stay together, they will win a finals eventually. But whether or not they can get there this season, probably not. Maybe I'd love to see them prove me wrong in that department. But against Redshift, another team that can get so hot when they play really well on offense, their disc movement can be unrivaled. Can be. That's the issue. That's why I'm not so confident of them going too deep. It's because it can be unrivaled. Sometimes they have a little bit of trouble, but when they're on it, they are on it, and it is beautiful. And that's what I'm hoping to see out of all 4 of these teams in this first round.
Yeah, that second matchup of the afternoon will be live over on twitch.tv/Echo Arena _VRML2 if you want to catch that action. So do be sure to be sure you have multiple channels up live. Going into round 2, we're going to get a look at, the best of the best in NA. The winner of Anomaly and Ace will move on to go up against Ignite. And, I mean, Huna, when we talk about Ignite, they're always the powerhouse and have been the powerhouse in NA since I can remember, at least.
Yeah, like even coming from personal experience, they're a very good team. They're definitely the powerhouse of this Master Tier ladder, and they've proven it going 9-0 in this cycle. And even in the previous cycles of let's go back to cycle 1 when they lost to Instinct in a very, very close game, but Instinct still won. And then coming into that second cycle of them mercying them second round, it really shows Ignite's full potential.
Yeah, Dimly, any thoughts on Ignite?
I have a lot of thoughts on Ignite. Dominance. I mean, that's the word when it comes to Ignite. Absolute, abject dominance. There are some teams that have nipped at their heels a little bit. They didn't win the championship last season. And then there was, when there was that rematch earlier on this season in Cycle 1, Instinct won that as well over Ignite. So there have been some teams that have nipped at their heels. There's another team on this on the tournament here, Bot 87, also nipping at the heels of Ignite. But Ignite still the kings of North America. They are still the dominant team, whether or not they won that championship last season. They are still the dominant team. And I mean, far and away, hand over fist. I said it before, hand over fist. the dominant team in North America, and they're the team to beat. The expectation is they're going to be going all the way.
Well, I hope Anomaly and Ace aren't listening here because they're going to be up against that dominant team, Ignite, in that second round. We also have Ethereal and Oceans, and so I want to get your thoughts on this match. This is going to be, again, the heart of NA right here. This should be a pretty exciting duel back and forth between these two teams. I also imagine because there's history between them, as I'm sure they've played each other likely 2 to 3 times over the course of the regular season. What are your thoughts on Ethereal and Oceans for, I think the matchup will be casting here, or it's on one of the, I know it's going to be on one of the channels that's live this afternoon.
It's going to be a really good match. It's going to be really close. Looking at these seedings, you know, Ethereal at number 4, Oceans at number 5. Both of these teams filled with titans as players, been around for seasons and seasons. You know, Oceans, led by Chrome, has Mad, Mozzie, The Law, some huge names on that team, but then also Ethereal, a legacy team, has been around for so long. C. Jason playing with JDG is here tonight. KFC and Single Shot, these are just, it's going to be exciting. I have no prediction for it because both of these teams are so solid.
Yeah, that's sort of the tough part about the heart of the of the ladder. Hunavel, you have any additional thoughts on this 4-5 matchup that we're going to be catching here in that second round?
Yeah, as you said, this is like kind of the heart of the ladder, especially with the amount of history of both of these teams. Like Mozzie from Oceans was the captain of Ethereal back in season 3 and 2. Well, it was Frostbite, but it's back in season 3. Mozzie was the captain of Ethereal, and then moving on to make this team. It'll be a good game. They've been going head to head every single cycle, every single time they've met each other.
Right. Looking forward to that. Obviously, we've talked about it a little bit already, but that second seed, Instinct, is also in this second round. They'll be going up against the winners of Overkill and Redshift. And Dimwee, I mean, your thoughts on Instinct? You said that there may be that contender to Ignite here. It'll be a while if we ever see that happen. Potentially that matchup could happen in the semifinals, but that's the only place it could happen today. Do you see that as maybe your prediction going forward? Not to get you on predictions too early here, but is that something you're anticipating?
I'm expecting Instinct to. Well, I expect Instinct to do well in their first game, without a doubt or without question. I don't think they'll have any trouble. I think they'll go into in that first game. The second game, I don't know. I would honestly, I expect Instinct to face Ignite in the semifinals tomorrow. I expect both those teams to go 2-0 today, but the Bite of 87 versus Disorient is who Instinct would fight in the second round if they won their first round, their first game.
Right.
And that's a game, I think that could be a lot closer than anybody would be anticipating. I think that may be one of the biggest games of today, is that game 12 if you're looking at the bracket.
Yeah, the last matchup of round 2, the Bite of 87 and Disorient, and our last two teams to go over with that roster. Let's start with the Bite of 87. Hunavelli, I mean, what are your thoughts on this squad and their chances moving forward here through this bracket?
Well, with Bite of 87, that is my squad. I'm on that team. But
okay, well, you're the one to ask.
Playing today, we're definitely having high hopes, and we've been working very hard, coming into even master back in the other cycle. Expect a lot.
Okay. I like to hear it. Looking forward to seeing what the Bite of 87 is made of. And Psych, we've talked about it already. Disorient here, the last but not least, so to speak, in our coverage of these teams. What are your thoughts on their chances going forward through this weekend?
Don't know. I don't know. They've got super solid players on that team. I know there's been a lot of controversy around it. We're not going to get into that. I'm excited for them to demonstrate what they can do here in this arena, on this stage. I just want to see them play their hearts out, and I want a good game out of them versus Bite of 87. That's all I'm expecting.
Dimwee, speaking of expecting, what are you expecting here this afternoon? Where do you anticipate us ending today's semifinals? Where do you see who is the 4 teams moving on? Because at the end of the day, 4 teams are eliminated. 4 teams lose the opportunity to compete for what is a total of, I think, $11,620 in cash and hardware. That's $1,000 going to first place, alongside a bunch of different hardware, including custom Asterian mounts that'll have the Echo Arena Season 5 champion on the mount itself. Almost like a trophy, in my opinion, in a lot of ways that you can mount your headset on. There's a lot on the line here, so who do you anticipate to be able to compete the best under this pressure and at least move on through the losers bracket and move into semis?
Well, semis, I think, is going to be Ignite Instinct. I would love to see Ethereal versus Bottom 87 in the semis. In all honesty, I would love to see. I would love to see Ignite versus Instinct in the losers round 4, game 15. I would love to see that happen. It's not going to happen, but I would love to see it happen. That would be kind of like that. That's my kind of like dream scenario, is that Ignite and Instinct both get upset in these first couple rounds, find themselves in the lower bracket, face each other in the losers bracket, and neither of them end up. Only one of them ends up in finals. You know what I mean? That's why I love to see Bottom 87 really turn it up. Honestly, they're my favorites in this whole thing. If Bottom 87 can really make a run, I am going to be so happy. Bottom 87 and Overkill, 2 of my favorite teams. They're all my favorite teams, to be quite honest, but those 2 teams are really the 2 that I'm hoping make some scorching runs today. I would love to see Overkill versus Bottom 87 in round 3, to be honest. So,
okay,
we'll see what happens, but I'm hoping for some genuine upsets.
Well, you really skirted the question, in my opinion. Who do you think is going to be on that? Okay, I got your semifinal, so I appreciate that. Who's going to be the 2 teams in that losers bracket that are going to be playing? Who do you think is going to be down there?
Well, I'm hoping it's Ignite Instinct.
Okay. All right.
Otherwise, Overkill and Bottom 87. I expect Ignite Instinct in the upper bracket semifinals. Overkill and Bottom 87. Well, could they face? I don't know if they could face in round 15. But either way, those are my 2 underdog favorites to get in on the underside.
Sai, who do you see? I guess the better question is, who do you see being eliminated today? Who do you see getting cut out?
Oh man, why you gotta put me in this position? Oh no. I really believe we're gonna say goodbye to Redshift and Disorient pretty quickly today. I don't know, but that is my thoughts.
Okay. We'll have to see. We will get, I believe we are eliminating 4 teams today. We have the losers round 1 bracket and the losers round 2 bracket that gets played out. We don't cover all of the games as they do get played out. We'll miss 1 game per round, if you will. But we are going to be covering a lot of action here this afternoon across 3 channels. Twitch.tv/VR Master League here, but also, and also on Echo Arena _VRML 2 and 3. We'll have games live throughout the day, so make sure you have all 3 channels up. Huna Valley, last but not least, who do you see getting eliminated here this afternoon at the end of the day?
4 teams being eliminated, I see today. I see, like, I'm gonna go with Saika, Disorient, Redshift. I see them sadly getting kicked out today. And then I also see Ace and Anomaly getting knocked out as well. Also considering that Anomaly is not running their main roster.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That is gonna affect them in the long run if you know. And then along with Ace, I'm predicting that they're gonna go against Overkill in the losers round 2 bracket. Ooh. And Overkill is a very good team. And I expect that to be a close one, but I expect Overkill to win that.
Okay. It's the reality of it, folks. Not to say these casters don't believe in all of these squads. Like Dimmy said, they're all our favorites. But at the end of the day, 4 teams are done with Season 5 this afternoon. We are 10 minutes away from getting into round number 1 of this evening. Again, there's going to be 4 games broadcast across multiple channels throughout the day. So be sure to strap in, get your popcorn, get your soda, get your Powerades, get whatever you need to get ready for this action so you can settle in and enjoy some high-quality NA dueling at the finest. Do not go anywhere. When we come back, round 1 will begin. It's hype.
VRware. Our passion is for the future. VRware. Our passion is for the future. VRware. Our passion is for the future.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the most exciting time of year for Echo Arena players and viewers everywhere, casters as well. I'm Palador, being joined by Luke, Doc Education, Newton Dad on the cams. We've got the Season 5 Finals, Day 1 for North America, about to get started here today. Expect the fantastic, expect the unexpected. Luke, what are you expecting besides all that?
Man, I'm expecting some incredible Echo. I mean, this is it. This is the end of the season. I mean, you said not right before we got in. I mean, this is the beginning of the end. And, I mean, this is the beginning of some awesome Echo this weekend for NA. So, I mean, who knows who's going to come out on top, but I'm looking forward to this one for sure.
Doc Education, likewise, welcome back. You've been here right with me on the OCE cast, in EU. I mean, we've got so much happening here this weekend, all jam-packed in this just again, pinnacle of the season, as Dimwee says. How are you feeling?
Oh man, I mean, it's been amazing. It's been so much fun already. Again, if you didn't see some of the OCE cast, like rewind those VODs. Leviathan had a very close game. Won't give it away who won or what happened or what went down. But let's put it this way: we saw round 2 OTs. We saw round 3 OTs. It was there were upsets in OCE. There were big time upsets in EU as well. None of the top seeds. But we've already seen just some wildness, and expect some of that in this game, in for NA as well.
Absolutely. All the meanwhile, I do want to shout out as I am looking at chat on the side, and yeah, hats off to the creators team by the by, because they have done some unbelievable work these in recent weeks here, and really across all season, working on these intros for the regular season as well as finals with those awesome team cards. We've got the animated player cards there. You can kind of see on the roster screen, the interviews. I mean, it's phenomenal what they've been able to put together here. Really loving the content that they've churned out. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's a huge shout out to them. I wish I knew exactly who worked on them, but regardless, so many amazing people have been participating. If you are, you know what, you want to have some fun, you will enjoy playing in VRML, you want to help with the creator team, would love to have you. Make sure you do check it out. If you want to join production team, creator team, you want to just see what you can do. We're happy to have you. So make sure you do go to vrmasterleague.com vrmasterleague.com/volunteers, and you can see what you're interested in across any of our games, new and upcoming. So yeah, I mean, I am really excited for these finals, as hopefully we get underway in just a few minutes.
Absolutely. And as Doc is pointing out there on the Twitch side of things, indeed, those rosters that you see there with the players, those are all the actual players in game. They're not just generic figureheads. No, we got all the players recorded. We got their unique banners and their badge and things like that, just to give that little extra flair here at the Master Tiers. We start off on what will be a masterfully executed series of matches these next couple of days. I'm Palador again with Luke, with Doc Education, and Newton Dad on the cams. This is the start of something special. Here we go.
It really is, and Redshift gets early control, still is going to get cleared right back down via Overkill. It is a slow race to this ditch, but only one player comes through, so it will be Buchibo just slowing it down and sending it across.
And we'll find the way into the arms of Zux, who tries to get rid of it over to Caesar. Bounces awkwardly, though, off the Geo, so Robbins will take it over now. And just waiting and not in too much of a panic or a rush. I can see trying to wait for that stack to gather or the players to separate, although too much sauce on the pass will make it difficult on this recovery as the scramble continues to settle down for both of these teams.
Yeah, I mean, almost 1 minute in, still silence, but a very back and forth game. I mean, this is what you were excited. This is what you want to see. You want to see some close Echo action, and Overkill Redshift are certainly delivering so far. Now Overkill finds the pass to Anubis. Anubis dekes one. It is going to bounce off the ceiling and get picked up and recovered by Robbins, who's again just going to slow this play down. Overkill really playing the control game, looking for the numbers advantage as they again reset.
And Kniferidge there, just manning the back line. Indeed, this is almost a methodical start to this match now. You can see, despite some of the chaos, now slow work up, the beautiful pass work, triangle offense there, running inside the bubble. Anubis, the recipient for the finish.
Oh my goodness, there we go. Praise the sun, because Overkill got the first goals done here in round one. But still many more minutes of action remaining. But we have a pause.
A timeout this early in the game. Very interesting. I'm not sure the reason or the cause, but that is one timeout now expended, looks like, by Redshift, having that scored against them. So something to monitor, because now that's it for them for the rest of the series.
Yeah, I mean, presumably a technical issue there, as one of their players, I missed who Newton I was looking at on the cams, is very seemingly AFK. So,
I see.
Yeah, so that's unfortunate that they have to use it, but Zux, it seems to be the person. They do seem to be coming back. So we probably will get the unpause, and there we go. Buchibo hit the button. So Redshift down 2, still plenty of time, only a minute and a half in this first round.
All right, so back into it in no time at all. Again, thank you everyone for watching here this weekend across our regions, across our channels. These players all competing for their share of $11,000 plus in cash and prizes across our regions here for Season 5. And of course, as much as anything, more than anything, just that notoriety, that recognition of being the best at the top of your game in this very competitive, thriving league in VRML.
Oh, yeah, I mean, this is it. This is it. And so is Caesar, who's looking to get the first points on the board for Redshift. Is going to go for the reset back to Buchibo. Buchibo getting pressured now by Ghost Duck, but the pass still connects to Caesar. Ghost Duck still pressuring really well, as Buchibo once again has control, finds the pass and blocks the stun. It's a 2-on-1, but no, not able to get that pass off, so it will be turned over and picked up by Overkill.
And Ghost Duck now finding the disc. And once more, you see on a lot of these possessions, when they take over possession for Overkill, they're not just immediately forcing a clear. They're always relying, one, on the communication, but two, surveying visibly, using their eyes and using just the full space to reorient themselves and make sure they have space to work with before rushing something that gets turned over quickly as well. A turnover does happen there, as well as a shot to the rebound, to the open, nope. Oh! And yes, nope, on the attempt on the putback. Wow.
Oh, man, you hate to see those little mistakes, and that's the level that we're playing at. I mean, it's those little mistakes that might cost you very dearly in the long run, and, well, Overkill are looking for 2 or 3 more points on their side of the board. They find the reset, but they don't find the pass immediately on the bounce. It is recovered. Sent to the wall. Now Ghost Duck once again getting pressured. Looking to find some space. Great juking. Getting pressured by 2 players. Quick pass across. Double reset. As, Knife Rich just walks in, but gets their pocket picked as Caesar gets the clear.
Oh, it's always great when you can rely on a player to one-on-one on defense, essentially, in that midfield. You don't necessarily expect the steal. You just try to force tough passes or clears. But when the player is able to react like that, it's a definite boon for a team. Although they weren't able to capitalize, and this methodical type of match, this opener, is just the pace. It's very slow, but not in a bad way. But both teams, obviously, wanting to get started on the right foot and not have one of those fast pace that can just go hardcore in either direction, down 0-10 after 3 minutes. This is a very different kind of pace here.
It really is. This is a very deliberate game, and I mean, Caesar has been doing that amazing defense all season long. If you tuned in last week to Challenger Cup, he did it then to get Redshift their spot back in this Master Division and in finals. But it is Redshift's time, finally, maybe to find some offensive pressure. The passes are connecting, getting pressured. Long pass back, though, as Overkill once again recollects, and Redshift finds himself once again on defense.
I like you can still, even on subtle things like that, you can still see the personality of the players. I think that was either Knife Rich or Ghost Duck on that back pass. Took kind of a Kobe, faded away, held the pose. So despite the intense action that's going, you can still see that personal flavor thrown in from this team who is known for quite a bit of that over the seasons, indeed. Shot attempt maybe about to come out as they do have some numbers, but they opt for the back outs, and unfortunately that is cleared out into the arms of Robbins, and Robbins doing just that to rob them, but they couldn't get the goal, but back again, Ghost Duck secures.
Wow, what a recovery from Overkill. I mean, that methodical gameplay means that they can punish those little mistakes from Redshift. The reset, they didn't count their players well enough, and, well, that was a turnover leading to a clear goal into the stack, into the recovery, and up 4 now is the blue team.
See, some of these matches when you have a lower scoring like this and this kind of slower pace or just low scoring pace, I should say, you think it's getting caught in a bunch of 50-50s in the midfield. This one is just a lot of passes and a lot of shots now coming in from Anubis, saying, okay, we're done with the slow. Let's pump it up a few notches to notch the 7th uncontested point. How about that one? That was crazy.
I mean, what a shot. Anubis just picking it up and coming in hot as Redshift still 0 on their side of the block. I mean, we're just over halfway through this game. They're finding that methodical, but they just can't find the passes. And if you can't find the passes, you can't find goals. There's another pass, but no! Not going to find the back of the net at that time, but the recovery is going to bounce wide, but still very dangerous on the backboard. One more cut, and Overkill, I mean, is looking ready to pounce. Are they just waiting, trying to draw 2 defenders now to the backboard? And one more pass, and one more goal. Look at that masterclass, 9-0 Overkill.
That was sweet, and that right there is the evolution of Overkill, the evolution of this roster that we've witnessed on same teams or different teams over the last few seasons. Grow and grow into a team who's not just steezy sometimes, and not just beady, but they can do a little bit of everything, a lot bit of everything, and they are willing teammates, and this has helped them continually move up that next level in Master.
Yeah, it's incredible to watch the journeys of these players and teams, and Overkill, they're just unstoppable right now with a pocket picked on defense. Anubis getting the clear. Is it going to get read by Ghost Duck? Unfortunately not. So it is going to be free as a Knife Rich picks it up and sends it deep.
Will be received and quickly passed off, maybe too quick. A tough read. Good defense from Zucks. Zucks playing out of the bubble, contesting a few players and forcing them into this pass. Knife Rich securing the disc. winding around the defender, sending it down below to the bubble. Robin's now eyeing it down, waiting for the stuns and the goalies, perhaps, as it will be too many in the goal. Bounces off a noggin, but they will log in the next attempt. Knife Rich.
Man, this Echo watching makes me so happy. I mean, what play from Overkill? I mean, they're just playing numbers. They're just playing mathematical Echo. I mean, the best offense will always beat the best defense in Echo. It's just the way it works. And I mean, Overkill is currently having the best offense, bar none. Redshift still looking for one.
Absolutely, an impressive opening here. Team certainly for their team in Overkill. They're looking warmed up. They're looking calmed down. Nerves have settled. It's always a question on these big time streams. If you're maybe your head is a little bit somewhere else sometimes to start off, thinking about the streams, venues, Twitch, hundreds of people watching across our platforms. But Overkill, they came to play today.
They really did. 2 minutes left on the clock. Technically mathematical time left for Redshift, but I mean, if I was their team, I'm really looking for some points. I want to change this momentum going into round 2. Overkill, I mean, they're just doing what they do. Oh, not quite finding the initial shot, initial goal rather, but one more juke and one more shot from the backboard. 13-0 Overkill.
How do you stop it? So I mentioned the evolution of Overkill's players and the fact that they are willing passers too, but the thing is they also have those solo skills, the individual skills that we've seen in seasons past. You saw it there from Ghost Duck. So yeah, they can and they will make the extra pass now, but they still have that backbone of incredibly efficient and effective solo offense to also carry them to certain goals when they need it.
Yeah, I mean, they really do. And, well, there's another clear from Overkill who gets another read. I mean, they have the solo offense, they have the solo defense, they have the team, everything. And, Redshift almost getting 2 in the last minute here. Still 50 seconds left. Still on offense. They need a point.
Would really love to see Redshift score one here. Absolutely. Carried over to second round. Caesar trying to make that happen with a pass to Chibo, but a snag from Robbins. And once again, the steal from Robbins, enabling a clear, a boost, and open 3. And oh my goodness, Overkill is putting it in here for the 16th point, and they are going, well, to their namesake.
Yeah, they certainly are. I mean, what a round from them. Still not over. I'm not going to say the word just yet for when one team scores 0 points on the other, because there still is hope as Redshift is looking for the clear. They get stunned. It's a good pass. It's a long 3. There's a goalie, though, and it's just wide. Another anchor, another stun, and that's it. That's the shutout. Overkill round 1. Oh, my.
I'm super impressed, and frankly didn't expect that necessarily, but what a match. Round 1, Doc Education, what did you think?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I mean, this is not your mother's Overkill. This is a new team. This is not the same team that we saw in season 4 or maybe even in early of this season. Right. As you mentioned, Palador, they're just looking so patient in the bubble. As you mentioned, I mean, folks like Ghost Duck, especially Anubis, obviously, Knife Rich, Robbins. All of them can juke anyone out of their socks. And yet, what are they doing in the bubble? They are holding, waiting. They're using the Geo to bait the defenders out. They're passing. They're making multiple passes in and around the goal. I mean, it's a real masterclass to watch, and it means that, I mean, the end result is a player kind of basically just throwing it in almost an open goal with a very short shot. Kind of not that exciting in terms of the finish, but it's that dynamic dance that's happening in the bubble that's just really. I mean, it's amazing to see. Overkill was criticized for a long time for not doing that and not making it to Master. Now, not only are they in Master, but they are dominating other Master tier teams in large part, I would say, because of that strategy shift.
Thank you, Doc Education there on the sidelines. We are beginning the second round. See if maybe the mood shifts, the tone shifts, and that almost shifts into the goal. It will be scored first here, though. 2 points on the board. Right back to Overkill again.
Wow. I mean, Overkill is just on a run right now, but this is the time. I mean, if not now, when? Never. This is the time where you expect all the stops to be pulled, and Overkill are certainly pulling them. And as a Redshift still looking for their first 2 points in the second round. Oh, no. But it's going to be intercepted. Overkill. It's a 2-on-1. The stacks are stunned back, but there's a pass. and there's a steal, but Overkill still picks it up.
And there you go. Redshift here definitely have some strong defenders, and they need to turn that into exactly a goal like that. Efficient clear, and they are already pouncing on the stacks that leave no time for the defense to catch up. Perfect way to finally get them going.
Yeah, I mean, Redshift, they're just warming up. Round 1, I was noticing the chat, a lot of people saying Redshift just warming up. Let's see them. I mean, I'm ready to see a round 3, and Overkill certainly wants to end it in 2, but Redshift, tie game, is going to get red now. Redshift is going to be the one picking up that one. Open 3, no, off the barrier, as it is going to get blocked. Locked in! What a play, Caesar! Oh my days! 4-2 Redshift.
Caesar saying, to Brute, I'm going to backstab you with a nice shield there, and the move, the finish on the goal. An absolute assassin for sure. Keep in mind, to your point, Luke, we've seen it with Leviathan and OCE, we've seen it with Vertigo in their first match, and several other teams for that matter. First round sometimes is in fact a warm-up round. Round 2 can be totally different.
Oh, it can, and it will, as Redshift finds another huge save from Buchibo. Buchibo over to Caesar. Caesar getting the clear, the stack. Does it read it? Yes. Do they hit the 3? Yes, they do. Redshift up 5. They're here to play.
Redshift starting to feel red hot. And now Overkill finding themselves at the position where they've had to have a couple of these offensive jousts for the first time really in this match. Redshift, they've turned it up again. I think they've now forgotten about the stream and forgotten about round 1. It's a new series here.
It really is. I mean, it could be nerves. I mean, finals is still definitely a different beast in of itself. But I mean, this is a game. This is a classic Echo Arena match. Let's see Overkill on the offense, looking to string together some passes, but they don't. That's a mistake that Redshift was making in round 1. And who's gonna capitulate? Well, Redshift picks that one up, looks for the pass across, goes for the bounce shot. No good. Recovered now by Buchibo. Buchibo tops it.
What a momentum shift. And the defense there, you can kind of see they all got scrambled and laser focused, almost tunnel vision on that disc. But as a result, the goal was left open. And as we've seen so far the last 4 minutes, 3 minutes, they are capitalizing on all of these turnover opportunities or these miscues on Overkill's part.
They really are. Almost getting a stun there, but that is going to get passed across now as Robbins has control. I mean, Overkill looking to find their disciplined gameplay we saw in round 1, and Redshift just playing too fast. I mean, they're playing accurate. They are finding the stacks. They are finding these long clears, and unfortunately that one will not be recovered. Oh, no, it's a miss. It's a miss. Redshift trying to get a hand. It's going to get slapped back, and who's there? It's Caesar. Caesar walking in. Is he going to go for a reset? No, deep pass on the backboard. Oh, what a save. Anubis takes it.
Beautiful dive there from a tough angle. The midfielder Zux has a disc sail past, and this will now enable potentially that Overkill goal, but no, denial. Buchibo coming in, swooping in to deny the guarantee, saying the only thing I guarantee is I'm going to stop you. See if they can put a cork in it with a couple of points here. There's Buchibo, one end to the other, delivers the pass, resetting, and smart play now to find their offense.
Yeah, I mean, Redshift is on another gear right now, as it is going to be another deep pass. Caesar diving in. Oh, but another stun. Knife Rich. But Azon over and across, not going to connect to immediately any teammate. Buchibo racing to it, trying to get their first does. Slaps it back for the reset, as it is going to get picked up by Zux.
A smart slap back beyond that bow tie, as they will go by for 11-2 on the board. Buchibo spins, wins, Caesar the assist.
Wow. We are only 5 minutes in round 2, and there is 13 points on the board total compared to 16 from round 1 in entirety. I mean, this is a new gear for Redshift. Overkill still looking to find theirs here, as they do slow this play down with some crisp passes.
Crisp is right. If they can keep this up, this is what can buy them that first goal. Because I love what they were doing that first round. They had so many great passes. I want to see them go back to that here, line up those easy plays, those nice cuts, the extra Kangorilla style of pass, and there it is. There it goes, and so it shall be, right through Buchibo.
Yeah, hey, Overkill finding some points on the board, making this a 7-point game. Hey, that's what you needed. That's what we wanted Redshift to do in round 1, and well, they didn't. But Overkill looking to get this game done in 2 rounds. Of course, it is still a best of 3 in this first round of finals as Redshift picks up the disc, but that's going to get read by Anubis. That's not quite an open 3, but it might as well be. Not quite picked up. The shot, no good.
And you see 2 misses there on attempted shots. Make it 3, and that's what happens when that rhythm goes the other way. When it rains, it pours, and the easy becomes difficult. You see it happen to teams all the time. And this is where you have to recognize, let's go to the easy fundamentals, as if any of this is easy at all at this level. But this is just where they need to calm it down and find the highest possible percentage shots.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, it's 7-point game. It's still totally doable by Overkill with 4 minutes, just under 4 minutes remaining on the clock. But it is going to be Redshift finding their stack, looking to pressure this. The passes are just looking to juke out the stack, maybe try to break him up. Finally, they do break up a little bit, but the pressure's still on. The pass across is no good, so who's there? It's the stack. The stack gets the clear. Where's the back stack? Not quite together, but the front stack is not going to be able to get there quick enough as Robbins picks it up and tries to send it through.
Now, does send it into a crowded tunnel. Had a couple defenders in that line of sight. They're going to kind of attempt a Joker train here. Took a while to get it going, but once they left the station, well, they got to the destination. 13 points.
Wow. Wow. I mean, that is just so tasteful from Redshift. Of course, you know, I'm a big fan of the short-term Joker train, right? If you have an opportunity to do it, you should use it. And they totally did effectively. As Overkill is now down by 9 with 2.5 minutes remaining.
Now, absolutely, Luke. It's the same thing with juking, right? Juking the solo play. There's times and places where it's absolutely the right move to do. See if they can come back, though, for Overkill. What a pass. Beautiful cuts. I know Twitch loves that one, and so do I. Cuts are the best thing in the world sometimes. Easy goal on some, tightly played defense, but those cuts are what enable the quick reaction and to get you past that goalkeeper.
Yeah, I mean, Overkill is waking up here. Round 1 was 16-0 for Overkill. They shut out Redshift, right? I mean, Overkill can still come back. They know how to score. They know how to play, certainly. Both these teams do. But it is going to get bounced very deep in the bubble. Unfortunately, not immediately picked up by Redshift. So they're looking for a backboard pass, maybe. There we go, but not going to connect. So will be not quite turned over just yet, but Overkill will attempt to get the pick up and attempt to get the clear, and they do.
It was the right move on that offense from Redshift, just a little too strong in the passes. That said, they do get back first and will manage a partial clear into the trap. Some players meeting each other there at the bottom to contest, handing it off to Ghost Duck right to Knife. Knife Rich has the cuts, maybe even one more. There it is, but no denial now to Zox. They've got goalkeepers for days here on Redshift.
Buchibo, Zuck, Caesar, everyone can steal as that bounce is going to go very, very sideways, but it's open 3. And of course, Azon hits those 16-6, Redshift up 10.
Great shot from Azon, swooping in. Has got himself a couple of assists and game-high 32 stuns thus far, so definitely contributing all over the place, much like the rest of these Redshift players in this explosive round. They're now matching the output of what Overkill did to them in the first round, and they are just looking on a new level.
Yeah, they really are. I mean, 55 seconds now. Unfortunately, not enough time for Overkill to win this one in 2, but they're looking for more points. They're looking to get that blue momentum as they do find the top pass to the ceiling. Robbins diving in. One more, and what a play. Give and go. Overkill, 8 on their side of the board.
Now, talk about effective and underrated plays. The give and go, definitely one of those type of plays. The cut and the give and go, really. In my opinion, if anyone who ever asks me, where I think the meta is going, I'd say more of that in the future. There are some teams who do it very well, but there are a lot of times where it just does not get utilized for as strong of a play as it is. Great steal there from Robbins, though.
Yeah, great steal, and it's always cool to see how the meta changes, but, the meta's changing right now because Overkill, in the last minute alone, has gotten 4 points. I mean, they're waking up here as we are going to have the final score 16-10 for the second round, but we're going to round 3.
And excited for that to be the case. Now we are also going to Doc Education to give us the overview on round 2.
Well, everyone's favorite, we are going to see a round 3 here. Redshift versus Overkill. Exciting way to get the day kicked off in NA. Round 2 was kind of the inverse of round 1, whereas in round 1 we saw some mechanical mistakes from Redshift and Overkill taking advantage. Round 2 was kind of the opposite. It was Overkill that were missing their passes. It was Overkill that were missing their shots, and it was Redshift that were making incredible one-on-one plays, huge threes, incredible stops in goal. Although the one thing I'll say is, toward the end of the round, Overkill finally started kicking it a little bit back into gear. They started making some stops. They started hitting their shots. They got a little bit more on that schedule of drive into the bubble, wait around the edges, wait for a cutter, deliver it to the cutter, easy finish, and they closed that gap and got a little bit of momentum. So we shall see what will happen in round 3. I think it's absolutely anyone's matchup. I think Redshift might have been sleeping a little bit in round 1. Overkill might have gotten a little bit of overconfident in round 2. Round 3, let's see.
Round 3, hopefully it's somewhere right in the middle, which is to say we're going to end up in one of those round 3 overtimes yet again this weekend already. So here we go. Second round launching, and first possession ultimately going to, it looks like indeed Overkill to maybe start things off. The way they finished, they just left the disc behind. Where'd that go? Caesar the clear.
Caesar with the clear, as that is going to get picked up by Zux. Zux looking for the bounce, but unfortunately hits the tunnel. So not going to be the clear they're looking for, but that pass is good. Robbins, long dump, is going to get red, and Caesar, I mean, he has the hot hands all day, bouncing all the way deep in the zone, in the bubble. Very close to the net, but can Redshift get there first? Yes. 2-on-2. Backboard. Diving. Ding! Recovery? No.
Oh, big opportunity there. Missed, and those dings will always kill you. They'll reverberate through your mind sometimes for the remainder of the day, depending on results. Want to take advantage of every shot you can. At the moment, Knife Rich just trying to maneuver around and find those passes, but still a little bit off on the rhythm will enable Redshift another try.
Yeah, I mean, Redshift are certainly happy to capitalize on the mistakes from Overkill. We saw this early in round 2, and round 1, I mean, Overkill was doing the same to Redshift, so it really is a game of who can make less mistakes, who can play better. And right now, Redshift is playing the recovery game hugely. One more cut, one more shot, one more denial from Overkill as they get the stun too, as Ghost Duck gets the clear.
Nice job to stifle that impending goal from Ghost Duck. Maybe one too many passes, as much as I love the give and go. Chaining a lot of them together there, up and down that bubble. Now Robbins trying to approach this side of the bubble for Overkill's offense. They've got the pass to Anubis. Lining up now on that nice formation. High, middle, low. They've got places and people in every single place. Question is, can they actually get the goal?
That is certainly the question. Are they going to go for a reset? Yes. So absolutely slowing down this play, trying to draw out a defender. Zux doesn't want to bite, but it's a tie game, so they don't really have to. But so it will be Knife Rich pushing up. Zux now taking the bait, diving in. It's on the backboard, looking for the goalie stun, looking for 2. There we go. Overkill gets it done.
And a bit of a throwback, granted a recent throwback, to the first round where we see the opening minutes very methodical now. So you saw Overkill, contrary to what they did for most of round 2, now they slowed it down there extra, and they really, really played that patiently to earn that first goal. And I do mean earn. Well done.
Yeah, very well earned, as well Caesar is looking to earn their first 2 for Redshift. Zux now has the disc. One more reset. Clean passes now from Bachibo. Bachibo over to Zux. Zux diving in, looking for the cut. Dives, getting pressured by 2. Gets past, finds the pass, and finds the goal. What a play. Redshift squeaked that one through. This game's tied.
Wow, that disc made its way to the right space. Zux was not working with a lot of room there when he was trying to juke between the 2 defenders. Literally inches, if that, of space, but still managed to have it go the right way and hit the right general area for Azon to score. Here we go. Only a couple scores, and we're 3 minutes in now.
Yeah, I mean, a very game reminiscent of round 1. This is one of those classic games. I always think of Glean whenever I say that, but round 1 goes in the favor of one team. Round 2 goes in the favor of the other, both by wide margins, and then round 3 is just a barn burner. And so far, we're getting exactly that. As Anubis is walking it up, finds the high pass to Robbins. Robbins diving in, not quite just yet, as it looks like he might go for the reset, but instead just jukes and finds some space.
They've done such a good job on Overkill's side to really make some adjustments, recognizing that this and that is what brought them some initial success. Because when you are able to execute the fundamentals and that team play nice and easy to open any given round, that in itself is what enables you to more successfully start hitting those long shots later, hitting those Steve's plays, the solo plays, because you get everyone feeling good to start, and then it's like a wildfire in a good way, where that fire just spreads, and they are firing off. Robin, and it's good.
Yeah, wow. I mean, what a shot. What a play, what a steal. I mean, Overkill is coming in hot here in round 3, up by 5 now with just over 5 minutes remaining on the clock. And, of course, the winner of this round moves on, as it is going to be Buchibo. Looking to come in strong, finds the pass to the near side. It will connect to Azon. Azon low. Bounces unfavorably. Can the stack read it? Yes, but so is Ghost Duck, who's going to find the reset, the double reset, as they're just looking to get the clear.
And also a reminder here that Redshift early, after the first 2 points in round 1, they actually expended their timeout because they had either Caesar or Zux who had some sort of momentary issue, tech issue perhaps. So thing is, Overkill is feeling in a good stride, and Redshift can't do anything about it in terms of stopping the gameplay now.
Yeah, and that is so critical right here, as there's a spin, and it's to win, because what a play. Anubis just playing his way, as they're up now by 7.
Looking like a Beyblade in there. Waving goodbye to that disc right under the pits of the defender. All right, now Redshift's trying to get out of the pits a little bit, because we saw what they're capable of when they are turned on to the max level. At the moment, though, they have just lost some of that steam and cooling down, and need to kind of turn up that fire again, because before you know it, we could have ourselves a game with still 4 minutes left.
We could. I mean, 7 points is not quite of a hand just yet, but Overkill is not slowing down. They're just picking up the pace as they find another 2 points. Anubis on fire! Overkill up by 9.
Wow. So running away with it thus far, there's still plenty of time, but this is definitely where, if the timeout was available, you know they'd be taking it right about now, because this is a strong, strong performance being put on. Anubis, 15 points. Basically doubling up on the score of anyone else in this game right now. Just magnificent effort from them to have such a strong showing thus far in this 3rd round.
Yeah, I mean, these players are absolutely popping off. See, there's some beautiful saves and some beautiful steals. I mean, just consistent all season long. But, I mean, Redshift, as great as those saves can be, they are looking for a 2 or a 3, as that pass is mistaken. So Redshift an opportunity here to pick it up. Do they? Yes, they do. Long shot. Is that a 3? No, but it's a pass up forward to Azon. Azon getting pressured from behind. It's a high pass. It's a mistake. It's a mistake off the Geo, a rare one, and you certainly don't want to see it now with less than 3 minutes remaining.
And we saw this from Overkill earlier, didn't we? In round 2 especially, where because the rhythm was so off, they were also kind of missing those gimmies, and the unforced mistakes are starting to come out. We're seeing that from Redshift now as Anubis looks to punish, and I love the fact that he even passed it there. The highest scorer in the game, and again, this is the change in this team. Anubis could have taken that shot and probably would have still scored it, but guess what? Saw Ghost Duck cutting, decided to reward the cut. So important.
Yeah, it really is. And, well, 235. 11 points. There still is time. Redshift needs to find it right now, but Overkill is saying no, no, no! Robins putting it right back in where it came from. 16-2.
Boy, that's the second one this round, I think, that Robins has just snagged right out of there for a 3 on the other side. So someone, I think, on Redshift need to be calling out Red Robins, because otherwise they're just going to keep losing it out to that strong, sturdy defense.
Yeah, they really are, and, well, there is allegedly still mathematical time, and Redshift is looking to find every single point, but they can't find every single pass, and that is certainly not going to help. One more, but not going to connect, so it will be a clear through, and, well, Overkill are looking to pick this one up and get some more points. The stack, the open net, the 3. It's done. Robins, 19-2.
Yum. 19-2, and this round indeed is now just a matter of time until we have the result of, well, Overkill looking to go up the ladder, up the brackets, that is. Redshift still will have more chances, of course. Double elimination tournament these 2 days, so teams can afford to lose once and only once and still come back the next day.
yeah, they certainly can. And they're certainly looking forward to well, 1 minute remaining. Overkill. They get a 3. They could get a mercy. I mean, they're not really looking to strike. It seems they're just looking to burn some time away. But if they did get a 3, they could if they really wanted to pull for it. But this is definitely the smart play, playing for time. Although the points don't matter at this point. Just some masterful passing. I mean, you just see how disciplined Overkill is, juking backwards, finding some space, finding some time, waiting for them to push. Then they find the pass. Oh, but then they find the shot. Oh, unfortunately not Redshift.
That would have been a sick highlight for sure, but instead, they're just going to self-goal it and decide, okay, you know, I'm tired of back passing. Let's just expend the last 30 seconds, 20 seconds or so, and allow this match to come to a close, which it shortly will. But hey, what a game from Overkill. Again, if you compare this to what they did in Season 4 finals and Challenger Cups, and again, these players in Season 3, whether they are on Overkill, Corrosion, or whatever, just look at the players. You can see the tangible growth.
Yeah, you really can. I mean, it's incredible. Well, what's incredible is always a round 3. A first round finals, another long shot. No good, but GG. Overkill will be moving on into this second game, and they will be playing against Instinct there. I'm not sure what channel they'll be on, but man, oh man, Doc, I mean, what a game.
Amazing game and great, what do you call, They made a change. They made a change in round 3.
Yes.
An adjustment. Thank you. Thank you for adjusting my phrasing there, Luke. Yeah, they made a nice adjustment, and they seemed like they just woke up. I mean, on defense especially, it looked like almost all of the offense for Overkill was being generated by defense, especially early on. They got some really great stops in the on their defensive joust, the offensive joust for Redshift, and turned around and got some easy scores. That seemed to really kind of hurt the mental for Redshift, and then especially in the bubble, some insane stops on drives that were really good, really well set up by Redshift. So I thought Redshift played very well and bodes well for the rest of their tournament run. But Overkill is just a little bit too much in this game.
All right, thank you, Doc. Luke, any additional thoughts on that?
I mean, I agree with what Doc said. I would have used dynamicism adjustments, whatever. I mean, that's just the power of this master tier. I mean, it's the best Echo you can possibly play, and Redshift showed. Okay, they lost against Overkill today, and unfortunately, every time this matchup has happened in the regular season, Overkill has beaten them. I was hoping maybe for a comeback. We never really talked too much about that, but nevertheless, I'm looking forward to this weekend of Echo Arena across all the regions. It's going to be so hype.
Absolutely. So real quick, we'll pull up some brackets here in a second, perhaps, and take a look at what we got. And over on the second channel, we had the Anomaly versus Ace game. That was 2-0'd by Ace. I did check in briefly. It looked like the first round of that was actually very close. And Anomaly did manage to field their 4th player, after all, in the middle of round 1, and it went down to the last minute or so. Round 2, a little bit less close in Ace's favor. So either way, the good old friends in Ignite and Ace, well, they're going to go head-to-head next, it looks like, in this second bracket round. On this channel, though, we will have Ethereal versus Oceans being streamed. And meanwhile, I believe on channel 3, we should have a Bite of 87 versus Disorient. And then with Ignite and Ace, I believe, on channel 2. So you got 3 out of the 4 matches here that will be present for you, and we're going to keep rolling on for 4 matches in a row on this day 1 of NA. So we will take a little bit of an intermission here, take a look at some of that sweet creators content and those interviews in a moment or two, and we'll be right back around the corner. Stay tuned.
Hello everybody, I'm Aiden VR, and today we're going to be doing final interviews with Ace.
Oh, my mama.
How you guys feeling coming into the finals? Been a rough season, maybe.
I'd say we're feeling pretty good about it. I feel like we've done a lot of work these past few weeks, and we've been, getting it down to a certain science, and I think that we're feeling pretty good.
So what team frightened you the most out of all of the teams competing?
I mean, I think it's pretty obvious. Kind of the #1 team, because They're the #1 team. Everyone wants to beat them. So we're with that group.
Alrighty. All right, coming out of the Challenger Cup, how are you guys feeling?
I think I'm happy with it. I think it was expected, or at least for me it was. So definitely felt good to get a little bit of practice in there, I guess. But yeah, just feeling good.
I want to have fun with this one. Why should fans root for you? What makes you different versus all the other teams?
We have bread and butter. Are you kidding me?
We have 2 girls on our team.
Because you have two main. Because you have main
the loud ones. And they post pictures of themselves on social media.
And the loud, and they're loud. They're loud.
Or you can root for us because you have me. Wait, we all love me, right? Right?
No.
Right?
No. I've seen
Next
so
question,
many chat
next
messages of "Go Rosie and Saluna," not goers. Twitch chat's depressing to look at.
And put an X there.
Can we go to the next question, please?
There's no other questions. And I've been in VR. This has been Ace. And that concludes this interview. Stick around. We got more to come.
Welcome back, everyone. I am Offbeat, and today I am here with Anomaly, one of your finals teams. Anomaly, welcome to the show here today. How are you guys feeling about finals?
Feeling pretty good.
Feeling good, yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So, obviously, you guys have been a name that we have seen around for a while. You guys coming into finals here, are there any teams that you're looking at as like specific contenders that you're worried about, or special plans you're making to deal with any teams here in finals?
I don't quite remember who we're playing first round, but I know if we win that game, we're playing Ignite the second round.
Yeah, we'll
it
beat
is
'em.
double elimination thing.
Yeah, we got it.
So we'll work our way through.
Awesome, awesome. So I notice Big Bot is nowhere to be found. Is there some big announcement here that we should all be aware of?
He likes to sleep through scrims quite a bit, apparently.
Yeah, he's a chronic sleeper. So yeah, he's just in bed right now.
Amazing, amazing. One last thing, guys. Why should we be cheering for you? Why should everyone be wagering all of their channel points on you? Why should everyone be putting all of their cred on the website on you guys?
Well, because we're gonna bring it home for him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
There we go.
We're the best chance they got.
Awesome. Love that nice, quiet confidence. Thank you so much. This has been Anomaly. I'm Offbeat. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Enjoy the finals.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to VR Master League channel venues and main. We are here live on venues across Twitch, and we've got for you today a match between the 4 and 5 seeds in NA of the Master Ethereal versus Oceans. No doubt going to be quite the match in its own right, although there is some history there, as I think Luke was just wanting to tell us and told us a moment ago.
Yeah, I mean, similar to the last one, with Overkill always historically beating Redshift, Ethereal's always historically beat Oceans, at least in Season 5. So, you know, do we see a continuation of the trend, or do we see, you know, a change of trend? I'm excited either way.
Yeah, there's a lot of rosters here, or players here have kind of had intermingled rosters across the seasons. A lot of familiarity definitely between these teams, one way or the other. Doc Education, any expectations here? Because as we've known, as you and I have firsthand seen now, whatever happens in a regular season doesn't necessarily apply in the finals format. Different kind of ball game, different kind of beast.
Different kind of ball game, different kind of beast, different kind of graphics. I am blown away by what the creator team did. If you're just tuning in and you don't know, all of those are the real players. That is their chassis. That is their selection. That is their personal banner. They went in and they got all the images of the players, and each one is an individual asset. Just a ton of work to bring out some of the personalities of these players, and it's just blowing me away. And then now we got the game.
We got the game. First round starting off here. So again, thanks to Doc Education and Luke, as well as Newton Dad on the sidelines, and especially all of you folk in the Twitch and in venues watching as we get it going with the first shots, and no one there defending KFC.
Yeah, and it looked like it was JDG with the attempted cloud shot, just not quite at the right angle, hit it off the right surface. But just didn't have the right angle for it. And then, KFC just scooped and scored. So now on their defensive joust are Ethereal, getting out to an early run. As you mentioned, Luke, thanks for that context. I didn't realize that Oceans was historically always beaten by Ethereal. Of course, a lot of teams are historically always beaten by Ethereal, a very good squad. And, so getting out to an early lead, definitely want to be thinking about how their mental is doing.
Absolutely. And on that very specific note is, hold on, maybe a goal. No, dinging off, unfortunately for them. So don't get mad at me, players. I had Spark close, and it didn't occur to me that I had the player comms unmuted the first play. Just want to shout out KFC for doing KFC things and absolutely screaming my ear off. Classic KFC hype. Don't worry, you're all muted now. But I didn't even realize it until I heard KFC doing his land thing again, as they all tried to land a goal with a gorgeous pass. What a save from single shot. Dude's a beast.
Oh my goodness. Absolutely shocked at that one. I don't even... jumped out a goal, stopped some action on the top, and then jumped in, and then now it's Chrome jumping in, but there's Jason going off the wall. Holy cow, at the 0 angle, picking up the 3. So Ethereal has put 5 points on the board and had some great defensive stops already, and putting some early pressure on Oceans.
Early pressure is right, and wonderful shot there coming in from Jason. Very talented on that end, and just as well, single shot enabling that with a great save on a strong offensive move the opposite way from Oceans. They're going to take this disc back again. There's JDG, who, again, famed as well. Talk about lands. He's shown up at so many of them, popping off as they throw it right on down. KFC, it's good.
Wow, finger licking good.
There you go.
Yeah, just watching the replay there. Some really nice. I mean, when you see passes made that close together inside the bubble, it's a little dangerous. But if it's successful, it is just completely impossible to stop. And KFC had enough time to add a little bit of oomph to that slam.
Well, right now, it's Oceans just trying to add a little bit of score to their board, seeing if they can get through that midline, having a lot of trouble doing so because of that stack that's doing a very good job of staying tightly woven together and still brawling all along the way is a thing. So really a hyper-efficient train as they scoot on down the floor, eventually getting the disc, and they are still on this push. That was some unbelievable aggression to enable yet another swing and dunk, this time courtesy single shot.
Yeah, tough one there. A nice little offensive opportunity for Oceans, and then just an easy scoop and score, a stun out. Maybe could have got the head around for, not quite sure who that player was for Oceans. But yeah, I mean, right now, Ethereal is just absolutely dominating this match. 9 points in 3.5 minutes, and Oceans definitely are going to be feeling some pressure. The Law passes over to the right side, now over to the left side. Beautiful passing attack here, moving the disc up slowly and deliberately. Are Oceans, wide open player, no stacks coming, now the stack goes, oh my, Jason!
Oh boy, you cannot get it under the C, not under C, Jason. He will pick those every time, it feels like. Nasty inside that goal on the defense, offense, what have you. What we do have, though, is another opportunity perhaps for the offense to get going. Oceans, with this type of roster, they're not a team that's going to be held scoreless for all too long. They just need that first one to go, and they might just have it here. The law to Chrome.
Nice work by Oceans. They've not seemingly let the pressure from Ethereal get to their head. They were very calm and cool and under control on that last possession, not rushing it, not taking the open or the semi-open shot with the goalie floating back toward goal. Instead, just slowly moving it up and getting the slam. So let's see if their defensive joust can get in. They're already adding pressure, but single shot gets away.
And KFC not getting away with that push up the floor. The stacks disrupting. It was the Law as well as Mozzie linking up. And then, meanwhile, back into the bubble. Some offense perhaps, but the numbers not quite in their favor. Diving right into the teeth of the defense. Meanwhile, midfield, a lot of contesting and a lot of congestion. See, Jason needs to get rid of it. Instead, loses a disc to Mozzie. Mozzie eyeing down the shot, but that stack just got there, met it all along the way for now another play on this side of the floor.
Yeah, it was a nice shot by Mozzie. I think it was going in, but great work by the stack there for Ethereal to get back, get the head around, and get the hand on the disc with the big-time save. Now, 9-2 Oceans. They do have the disc. Goal is open, but it looks like Ethereal's going to re-grab back, get the disc, and clear it through.
See, Jason also eyeing down a deep pass, perhaps, setting up. Those are one of those ones that can set up a nice stacked play, a stack into a 3, but the stack was just not quite there. And who is there is the defenders. See Jason knocking it loose. A good pass. The Law ain't gonna miss that one. Here you go. What was it, 9-0 just a minute or two ago? Well,
that's
a
right.
5-point run to bring it within 4.
Yeah, and basically completely new game with 4 minutes left. Plenty of time. So let's see what Oceans can do on their defensive joust again. Let's see if they can add a little pressure. Last time it was Ethereal able to get through the disc. They didn't get a score. But look at that. Wow, what a stack reacting. Mozzie with the disc, passes over to the Law. The Law moving up. Chrome is bothering the goalie, but we'll get it turned around. And that could be dangerous because now it's going to be 2-on-none. KFC putting it in the bucket.
And I know that one hurting Mad, seeing that stat go by and trying to get back into the goal to defend it, but just knew the situation impending, which is to say that walk-in goal. Mad here coming on the roster, and in prior seasons famed for the last several seasons, having been with King Gorillas for a long time, and now just finding himself here in another finals. I mean, he has been a staple of every season of finals here in the Master Division of NA, so good to see him on the roster and having success, and maybe, well, no success there for the defender and C. Jason. Mozzie, the unstoppable force.
Yeah, and so good work there again by Oceans. Only 16 seconds of time elapsing between goals, so still only down 4. And with 2.5 minutes left, still plenty of time on their defensive joust. Let's see what they do. This time they come with a man. Jumps it right in, but see Jason with the stun out and the disc back in hand for the moment.
Boy, oh boy, the wherewithal on C. Jason's part to be able to recover from that, because otherwise Allah was going to have another guaranteed goal just about. Still, though, offense going to single shot. Played with him in some privates recently. He's absolutely beasted to the umpteenth degree, I should note. But they're going to control this disc and actually drag it way out into midfield. Look at them position laterally there across the stations just to get that spacing. Although it does cause a turnover instead.
Yeah, the clear is good. The Law's in the area, but a single shot will get the regrab and go through with the disc. Mad in the area. It's going to go right off the beveled edge and get to Mozzie. Mozzie flicking it through. Goal's open. No. Gonna have to hold on to it. Chrome cutting. The Law cutting. Oh, what a ding. 1.5 minutes left. Mad with the disc. Cutter. Yes. 2-point game.
Mad coming in from that low angle was going to be a tough drive on those diving defenders, so found the excellent pass to the Law, and the Law securing that one from a foot away. So beautifully done. This is now the ever coveted, at least on the casting end of things, crunch time. 2-point game, 1 minute left.
See Jason with the disc, the Law bothering, getting stunned out themselves. Now they're moving. It's going to be a 4-on-3 for quite a while. for Ethereal. The Law getting a regrab now, cutting in. Oh my God. The boy is mad. The lad is mad. And the disc is low. JDG with the disc going off. Gonna be able to go one-on-one. No, the Law shutting it down.
Oh, big shutdowns indeed on the defensive end, but we're not able to secure the disc. So now it's going to be 40 seconds on the clock. Some time wasted here. Single shot, opting for a back out and trying to drag this out as a self-pass develops into single shot now, doing all kinds of work. 30 seconds and a few more seconds off the clock here. They're going to need to start pressing and pressing fast. Otherwise, they will be addressing it with a Mad grab. So Mad down the floor. Mad gets the clear. They've got an opportunity to steal this one away. There's 15 seconds left and there's a 3 in the goal. And they will take the steal in round 1.
I am speechless. Luke. What just happened?
What a game! Oh my goodness! I mean, that was a banger. I mean, man, we had a strong start from Ethereal. You know, honestly, it was a game of stuns and stacks. Nothing else mattered. You know, a single shot, monstrous save starting us off, you know, for Ethereal. You know, the JDG, KFC stack pressure was just so quick from Ethereal, you know. But Oceans, they adapted. You know, when Ethereal was able to play their speed game from their stacks, their speed game, you know, from their recoveries, they did it. I mean, we saw that amazing JDG stack denying that 3 from Mozzie, right? But Oceans, they were able to find the stuns, you know? The first goal was 4.5 minutes in. But they still came out with the W, simply because they were able to find the pressure to break up the stack, to find the open passing lane. And you constantly saw JDG open on the ceiling. You constantly saw the Law open on the ceiling. You saw Mad with those huge saves, and obviously coming in clutch there in the last minute. But it really was the stun game. The stun game, by and large, won Oceans that round. And oh my goodness, what a round it was. Let's see what they can do in round 2.
Thank you so much, Luke, and I am anticipating this one for sure. They were, as you said, they were behind that whole match, essentially. It was 9-0, I believe, and then to end it with that last shot to take it and keep them to 11 points. What a run, what a run. Wow. They're going to continue running here. The pace in round 2, at least starting off the right way if you're Oceans.
Yeah, nice little back cut there by Chrome. Great look by the Law. Chrome just cruising right behind the eye space of the defenders. They did not pick him up and was able to just slap it in uncontested. So offensive joust time for Ethereal, and they throw it right back to Ocean. So yeah, Palador, big time run here for Oceans, extending into the last round. And I mean, obviously having won the first round, you know, Ethereal gonna have their back up against the wall a little bit here.
That they are, but they will have the back out for Oceans to Mad in that back line. A little show and go with a handoff pass, and now maybe buy some numbers. So credits to Mad on that whole play, because his duck and his pass helped Mozzie and Chrome finish the job in the bubble.
Yeah, just beautiful work there. Great attempt by the goalie, but just no chance. Mozzie, too much. 17 meters from 4 meters out. That's less than a quarter of a second from hand to goal.
Mm-hmm. And, near turnover there. We saw the Law nearly do that earlier as well, although just like last time, Ethereal was able to recover that. Single shot, the lead pass, and they will cut that lead in half to get them the first 2 points. Very well painted with the pass, and just not relying on anchors, just saying, hey, I got this. Keep cutting, and I will find you.
Yeah, and very much needed. I mean, obviously only down by 4 with 8.5 minutes left. You're not feeling a ton of pressure, but definitely having kind of controlled most of round 1 and then losing it just at the end there. And then seeing Oceans go on a 4-0 run to start the round, that 2-pointer for Ethereal is going to be absolutely huge. Now Chrome moving up with Oceans. Beautiful pass to the ceiling. A little bit of juke the Law off the backboard.
Hey, if you let the Law get that close to the goal without a defender already covering him, he is going to score in a multitude of ways. So doing a great job there to just recognize, even though they've been happy to go for those passes, also recognizing when the other team is just allowing you to essentially walk it in and get what you want there. Good decision making from the Law. Ethereal now on offense, still trying to come back here, and they just might with some numbers, one-on-one. KFC in only a few seconds gets the next goal.
Yeah, and with the flex at the end, the team is
Yes.
pumped. A little bit of juice. Feeling pretty good. So yeah, this round started a little slowly here, Palador, but it is definitely heating up.
Indeed, this is still a lot. There's still a lot of time on this clock just yet. We've already seen that exciting first round finish. And Ethereal just trying to recover, I think, mentally, emotionally. And that is going to be the Duncan from the Law. The last second. Is that just dinged in the post just as well? That might have been in.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was just on the outside of the goal. But anyway, it goes down as a 2. The Law picks it up. And Ocean's now up by 4. 6.5 minutes left. Again, remember, this is a double elimination tournament. So neither of these teams technically with elimination on the line, but with all of the great teams that are playing out there, you do not want to give up any of your losses. Loser's bracket is a tough road to hoe, so Mozzie clears it back.
Absolutely. The easier you can make your path to the top of finals, the better. Although this is not going to get that done. Oh, well, that certainly will. An open goal turned into a closed deal. JDG gets that clear off of the excellent save. But still at the disc going back to Chrome with some maneuvers around, but gets found by C. Jason. Good reads on defense.
Yeah, but the Law is right there. Oh no, KFC is right there. Can they deliver the mail? No. C. Jason, though, right in the right place at the right time, picking it up and sending it in with the underhanded flick, making the game 8-6, 2-point lead for Oceans. 5 minutes to go.
And even after the goal, KFC once again celebrating, not the miss, but the assist that it turned into. And every single goal, even though I don't have comms on at this point, I know KFC is definitely yelling it in the best of ways. Hype comms here to get their team willed back into it.
Now with the disc, it's going to be the Law. Holding onto it, sending it over to the left side, Mad, slowly moving up, baiting out KFC, resetting as they're not fully in position, and now the players fully spread out. They have one right, one left, one center, so now everyone's moving up in a nice little box formation, diamond formation. Now they're moving up on the backside. Cutter is good. Oh no, can't quite connect, and Chrome will have to chase it down.
And does so with just enough time to find that pass to Mozzie. Mozzie now on the incline and opting actually for the recline, backing it out, waiting for JDG to join. Meanwhile, Mad now on that left side. Couple of jukes, and the fakes get them the goal, as it so often does. The Law putting it in with a little bit of pizzazz, up by 4 points in this second round.
Yeah, nice work there. Fake to the backside, a little bit of duck action. 3 defenders in the area, and the Law still finds the goal. So showing some individual skill there, and sometimes that's exactly what you need right now. It's a team effort needed by Ethereal. Passing it up, the passing attack was looking good, and, well, they will recover it. See Jason delivering it down. Goalie Mad gonna have to get back. Does it get there in time? JDG taking advantage. And it is a 1-point game here, Palador, with 3.5 minutes to go.
We are in for just as exciting of a finish, it looks like, as a first round. It is so close. Again, for those maybe joining who somehow, and unfortunately for you, missed the end of round 1. It was Oceans who had to bite and claw their way up, being down the entire game to eventually win on a game-winning shot by Mozzie, I believe it was, and some clutch saves as well from JDG and Single Shot and Co. So, I mean, something to watch out for as JDG goes in again. Excuse me, I mean Mad and Mozzie there on the defense and the offensive end there. So we'll be Ethereal now back in position and back in a lead, but I think this time, Doc, you might want to consider some timeouts again soon. Just wanting to put them away early if you can, if they can't score in this next possession for Oceans.
Yeah, not a bad call. The Law, though, they will continue. Down by 1, 2.5 minutes left. KFC gets the disc, turns around. Holy cow! looking like a ballerina. I don't even know if KFC was able to get eyes on the goal there. Just had the hand in the air, waving it, and just, I mean, wow.
Oh. I'm just looking at the replay. That was even nastier than I thought it was. What a good hit. What a good hit from KFC, because there was no time. The defenders were all over, and now you can see why KFC was that number 1 new pick in the recent NEPA draft, and why KFC's team is back in this game with a quick pass, one to the other. KFC, the hockey assist to single shot, the actual assist. JDG doesn't miss. 6 points up. Comeback time for Ethereal.
Well, chat is already calling GG's, but I don't think it's over quite yet. 2 minutes left. Oceans did manage to get through and steal it at the very end of round 1. Let's see if they can do it again. Oh my! JDG picking it up. KFC stealing it from the teammate. Gonna take a shot. No, Mozzie with the disc. Still time, but they've definitely got to move.
Ooh, boy. Oh, they definitely got a pressure, as you said, and that was one of those goals that nearly had an opportunity to bounce in. Time is a-ticking, though. Less than 90 seconds, and they're going to unleash it. KFC hopping off like popcorn chicken, but there's no fear in this man right there. 9 points in the lead.
So that will pretty much do it. 3 goals needed. They would need to be 3 threes. I think there's about 20 seconds of mathematical time left over, and very unlikely to get 3 threes against a team like Ethereal. But yeah, so credit to Ethereal after Oceans came out and jumped out to a small 4-0 lead and led most of this game. Ethereal was able to come through at the very end and, well, kind of toward the latter third of the game and really create some separation. So, Palador, 2 games, 2 round 3s.
Wouldn't have it any other way. It's, we couldn't script it any better, these Challenger Cups and Finals. Every season, we just get things like this. So wonderful comeback on what could have been a tough situation mentally for Ethereal after leading so much in round 1 and then losing at the very last second. But they have definitely been put to the test. They answered the call well. Round 3 is going to be very, oh my gosh, scary. Shot from JDG. It's there from 42 out. Kicking it to you now, Luke. Well, what a way to end that round. A stamp, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, round 1, the stamp was from Mozzie. Round 2, the stamp, of course, being from JDG. And, I mean, JDG was the one to watch that round, you know? I mean, he may have only scored, you know, I should have counted this beforehand, but 3, 5... 10 points that round. Not only was he monstrous on the scoreboard, but the stack pressure. His stack with KFC was the one that clawed that round back. I mean, in the first half of that round, it was same old from Oceans. They found their control, they found their passing plays, and they found each other finding those discs. But it wasn't Ethereal finding the stacks. They didn't have their speed. They were playing into Ocean's game. But in that second half, I mean, they turned it up. And really, in my eyes, it was simply from the speed game, from the stack game, from the dynamicism, as the word we were looking for last game, the adjustments that were made, you know, between Oceans and Ethereal is really what changed that game. Ethereal, I mean, they're both a good team. Round 1 certainly was a barn burner. Round 2, you know, not necessarily quite as close, but it really came down to, you know, that stun game, in my opinion. And so let's see, you know, what can happen in round 3, of course. You know, next whoever wins this round will continue on in the upper bracket.
Okay, thank you, Luke. Here we go. Buckle up, folks. We're in for a good one. Once again, 2 round 3s in a row to start off NA Day 1 on venues. Will be first possession going the way of C. Jason on a clear right to the perfect position for a 3. Missing that one, Mozzie. Good tap out to the trap, and off we go, Doc.
Yeah, but Ethereal does pick it up. Now they're in position. JDG with the disc, delivers it down to KFC with the cutter. Oh! What a strike from below. I didn't think KFC even had an angle on it, but just reached out with the right hand, kind of a hook shot, and got just enough angle to send it in. And the goalie, I mean, coming in from below like that at the feet, you're going to have no chance.
Yeah, it's a tough position certainly to defend. But meanwhile, after the first 2 points, let's see if Oceans can react here. They took that first round, and as Luke had touched on early before we began the match, Ethereal has taken the 3 times that they've matched up this season. They have won each match here, but so far could be anyone's game, as that is a shot a little bit high, but that rebound is looking good. 3 of them there, and 3 of them back on defense as well to turn this into an even. But no, the odds in the favor of JDG. 4 points uncontested to Ethereal.
Yeah, so round 3 rather starts off the mirror image of round 2, this time with Ethereal going up by 4 early with about a minute and a half into the round. So let's see what Oceans does on their offensive joust. Standard split, 1 left, 1 right, 1 center. Mozzie in the middle tries to go for the stack but gets stunned out by the block. They will move it up slowly. Chrome gonna reset the law. Moving up, back to Chrome. Chrome looking for teammates, has one on the ceiling, Mozzie. Electing to make the back pass, rather. And the Law getting stunned out, and this could be very dangerous. 2 different stacks for Ethereal are there. They're going to get there first. They're going to pick it up. KFC styling. Oh my. Oh, poor Mozzie.
It hurts. It hurts, especially when you're still scoreless in this 3rd round and trying to find that juice in the battery, so to speak. Those ones will deflate you, just a lot bit, at least depending on the person. But good grab, but unfortunately not quick enough, says the good old game.
Yeah, the Law now with the disc, passing it up. Oh no, it bounces off the satellite geo. Bounce off multiple geos, and back to the blue side, but in the hands of Mad. Now going to be over to Chrome. Chrome buying enough time to pass it to Mad. Mad just kind of floating there, but in the right location apparently. Although now it's KFC and it's a 3-on-none. Although getting back is Chrome. Now it's a 3-on-1. Chrome, oh my. What a dive out by Chrome. I know it didn't make the difference eventually, but wow. What a jump out by Chrome. Almost got the full stop on that.
And KFC winding up with a shot off of that disc, but kind of entertaining down the way. It looked like KFC accidentally had his disc stolen just as he's about to shoot a 3-point shot. So kind of got disrupted there, but just a real nose for the disc because still found it by the end of that play there. And you'd think that's just by chance, by luck or whatever, but there are a lot of players and teams in this league where you'll kind of see it's not really a mistake. They just tend to be in the right places, and that's by practice and design and good game sense. But in this timeout, we'll throw it over to Luke real quick and see what he's thinking here after a few minutes in the 3rd round.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking what we're all thinking. Oceans need a score. I mean,
Yes.
One of the fun facts I didn't share in the break was, I mean, in the last 3 minutes of that last round, Ethereal absolutely shut out Oceans. That last round was 22-10, remind you, and it was 11-10 with 3 minutes left. It's been 7 minutes since Ocean has scored a point. I mean, they're playing the same rollouts. They keep on doing these splits, as Doc was talking about. Namely, they're not adapting right now. We found them adapt in round 2, we found them adapt at the end of round 1 for sure. But really, they need to find something new. I mean, what they're doing right now isn't working. They're not able to find their passing game because simply Ethereal is just playing too quickly. So I just want to see maybe some shorter passes, maybe some more dribbles. I mean, we have yet to really see that from this Ocean squad. But right now, I just need to see a stop to these long passes because they're just getting read every time from Ethereal.
Right, and that's purpose of these timeouts too. A good time to take it as any, for sure, and hopefully they can utilize the up to 5 minutes to their full advantage. Another thing, Luke, what I'm looking at on stats-wise, team stats, that's kind of sticking out to me. They're pretty even in terms of stuns, steals, saves, even assists, and yet possession time, shots taken. 2 minutes more possession time for Oceans. A lot less shots, but again, you look at Ethereal, they are just suffocating them with volume. They're not holding onto the disc for terribly long, but they're just maximizing their time with it and getting so many more shots off in 2 less minutes. In fact, that's kind of a stat in its own right to look at.
Yeah, and I mean, even in round 1 when they won, I mean, Oceans had the more effective offense. They had less, I didn't talk about it in the break. I probably should have, but they had less possession time. They had less shots taken. I mean, Oceans is really good at having effective offense when they can get those passes together. Right, so I just want to see that, and yeah, I mean, certainly a lot of shots taken from Ethereal, but everything else is very even. I mean, in the last 2 rounds, you know, I talked about the stun game a lot, and in round 3, I mean, it really is just Ethereal able to kind of sneak away. But I mean, we have to shout out some players here. I mean, we almost, as Dimwee likes to say, have a bingo card on the arena, but what we do have is KFC with 18 points. I mean, he is absolutely on fire tonight. JDG with 12. Notably, 10 of those points were last round. I mean, Ethereal across the board is popping off. Single shot with 5 saves. JDG with 4. Sorry, with 2 and 3. Those are assists. I promise I know how to read. But nevertheless, I mean, some incredible individual performances. And we haven't talked too much about Chrome tonight, right? You know, he's only scored a few points. You know, has a couple assists, has a save here and there. But his stun game is absolutely keeping this Ethereal squad back. So I mean, let's see how they do with rotating out. I mean, right now we do see them. If you do pan over to the Oceans locker room, they're just looking at the board. They're strategizing. You know, they're really interested to see. You know, they're hopefully going for some shorter passes, some new plays. I mean, some new dynamicism. Of course, I mean, there's no magic pill, right? These are all players who are absolutely cracked and you know how to play this game mechanically. You know, just incredibly. But it's really that team play. You know, hopefully they're able to find something new.
Absolutely, and I love that the fact that they are using that little map on the back there, or the back wall, something that I've seen happen more and more, and I'm not sure that was the intent behind putting that map there necessarily from Rad's part. Maybe it was, but it's a very smart use of it all the same. Just to, again, utilize your full up to 5 minutes, which we are approaching that point now. Doc, any thoughts here on what they might need to do, or just what to expect here? Because both teams now thoroughly warmed up. This is, for both of these teams, their first match of the day, although second match of the brackets overall. But both these teams now are kind of in the thick of things, and there's still a lot of time in this round is a thing.
There are. I mean, first, it's just a really great time to take a timeout for Oceans. Very, very smart. And as you mentioned, they're strategizing. So, what can they do? I mean, I would say just get back to your roots. Get back to making those passes, making those back passes, and getting your head turned around. Ethereal right now is coming from every angle with the regrabbing stacks, especially on defense, and they're causing a little bit of pressure. So Ocean's doing a good job of dodging it, and now resetting here.
Well, hey, we already see the timeout pay dividends, at least on this joust. It was very snappy to get themselves worked into their offense already. Now they just got to execute on this, and there it is, and beautifully done. Able to secure the disc, granted off the dome of Chrome, it seems, but either or. It's a 2-pointer.
Yeah, not quite sure if it went off the head of the goalie and then back off the head of Chrome. Yeah, well, in any case, that's exactly what Oceans needed. Now on their defensive joust, let's see if they can get the disc back, and in fact they do. Mozzie and the Law are together. They're going to try to dribble, but it goes right into the hands of KSC, who delivers it over the right side, single shot, but Mozzie is there. 6 points down, 6 minutes left. Big time hype.
And this is why you take those timeouts. It's two-found. It's not only as they may just have themselves a goal, but no, the goalie says that's mine. Stealing those cookies. Now JDG up there getting stunned by Mozzie. Mozzie, a beautiful tap pass to the Law. So hold on tight, because still fighting and just clawing their way back into this game, perhaps. This timeout has indeed paid dividends, because you can see that rhythm now shifting a little bit here.
Yeah, right there. Oh my. Just beautiful work in the chaos, getting the steal, and after some great defensive pressure by Ethereal to cause some necessary kind of sideways passing and positioning to get in proper spacing, Oceans then in flow. Absolutely.
Yes. And again, what I was saying, 2 reasons to take a timeout. Not only are you helping your team by re-strategizing, but you are stopping the momentum of the other team. You're making them feel a little bit cold. So it is paid off in dividends, but at the end of that is a stun to Mozzie. The Law there contesting, able to try get the back tap. It looks like 3 players now splitting off from Ethereal. This could be dangerous. It's an open goal, and they're going to miss. Not in that flow that they used to be in, but they'll still have all the time in the world. Where were the stacks? 4 seconds open goal. That's an eternity in Echo Arena at the Master Tier.
Yeah, I'll tell you where the stacks were. They were getting stunned out.
Had to have been. Wow, that was just, it was a ghost town in there.
So 7-point lead now. 7 points down for Oceans. They have the disc. Mad passing it over to the right side. Chrome. Back to the Law. The Law up to Mozzie. Mozzie juking. Finding the cutter. Wow. 16-second response. Oceans back within 5.
Oh, I like that. That's the biggest thing about this third round for Oceans is even with the discouraging 3 on the other end, just got to keep it cool as you can and collected as you can. Because it'd be easy at any one of these plays, any one of these miscues to get stressed. But I like that they snap back in 16 seconds. They're about to maybe do it again. Rebound, and it goes. Mozzie puts them within 3. Hold on. We've got a game.
Yeah, so since the timeout, it's gone 8-3 run for Oceans, and they've taken that 8-point lead and shrunk it down to 3. Defense has been the name of the game. They're putting a lot of pressure on Ethereal, and KFC can't quite get it. Chrome and the Law are in the area. KFC will recollect it, though. Single shot. Moving up, has JDG, does deliver it there. See Jason on the shield. Now see Jason guarded by Chrome. JDG looking for a pass, not finding one. So just going to do a self-reset by going all the way back to mid with the disc.
Nice.
Pass is not good though, although it does turn into a good enough play back in the hands, but now Oceans on the attack.
Oh, how about the defense? But the crucial part, the clear, doesn't get through. They do the midfield clear, and how many people has that punished before? Will they be punished on this? Let's see. The pass, the return, and 1 extra right down below, submarine style, and they're going sub-zero. KFC continuing now where he left off. 20 points to his name. 13 to Ethereal, 2 minutes left, and just barely back in control.
Yeah, but firmly in control, at least for the moment, with a 2-goal lead. That's going to feel a lot better than a 1-goal lead. They can give up a goal and still, oh no, they're giving up an opportunity here, although the stack does recover. See Jason clears it through.
Oh, and maybe an open one. Down it goes, down the hatch. JD3.
Wow. That's going to be tough to recover from. Ethereal down by 8, still mathematical time, but they are going to have to score as many points in the next minute and a half as they did in the first 8.5 minutes of this round. A very tall order. JGG sends it through. Goals open again. Can they deliver? No.
KFC, who has been delivering, certainly on the offensive end, opts for that pass, 1 extra, but see Jason being stunned by a trio of defenders. Again, midfield clear, getting punished with a intercept, and that's right back into the awaiting arms of this offense, who've done some incredible harm here in the last minute or so to put this one away, despite it coming close to a 3-point difference. But just those last goals, man, they have been killer.
Yeah, it's been very close all game. I mean, obviously, Ethereal jumped out to an 8-point lead in this round, but then that gap closed quickly by Oceans, and then another little run by Ethereal. So credit to Ethereal for making those adjustments. And Oceans now going to be facing elimination in just their second game of the tournament.
Indeed, and to clarify, going into the lower brackets, so they won't be facing elimination now, but the potential for it in their next games, this double elim tournament. Adjustments aplenty, but as you said, end of the day, and I'll hand it over to Luke on this note. It looks like the tradition will in fact continue. Ethereal able to secure this victory versus this Oceans team by the end.
Yeah, and what a game it was. I mean, unfortunately, Ocean's not able to pull through. Certainly lots of momentum coming from them out of that pause, as we said time and time again. I mean, well worth it. But quite frankly, I mean, they looked like they kind of threw some of those strats out the window and going back to those same regular rollouts that they did have, in the first half of that game near the end of it. And of course, that long relay play to Mad that they wanted to connect each and every time may have only worked one of every 5 times or even less. Fortunately, not connecting, and unfortunately, that led to some little mistakes. And of course, at this level, little mistakes are aptly punished by the beautiful long threes of KFC, JDG, and the rest of the squad. So huge shout out to Ethereal. But hey, they're moving on. But neither team is out just yet. With Oceans, as you say, moving down to the lower bracket, and they will be playing against. Who will they be playing against? They'll be playing against Redshift. So we'll see how that game goes, but certainly not out of the woods just yet.
Yeah, not at all. But meanwhile, in the upper bracket as well, we've got some stellar matches coming up in the next round of brackets, because here we'll have Instinct versus the Bite of 87, and that's an intriguing matchup in its own right. Now, I know I've been out of the casting game a little bit this season in bursts. Don't think I didn't catch wind of some of the happenings of the Bite of 87, and against that team right there at Instinct. I'm going to be very, very excited to cast and watch that match, if nothing else. Meanwhile, Instinct versus this Ethereal team, moving on as well into the upper brackets quarterfinals, I believe. And with that, yeah, we've got still a couple more matches to come here in day 1. Don't forget OCE day 2 is later on tonight, and EUNA same time, same place tomorrow as well for the conclusion of our season and champions to be crowned. So we'll head off to a quick break, get oriented for our Instinct versus Bite of 87 matchup. So don't go too far, and we'll be back real soon.
All right, well, the teams are out of the tubes, and immediately Zen getting the head on. But it looks like Redshift is going to at least send it back over to the other side. Open goal opportunity. Oh, no, Buchibo. And I expect a lot of that.
Make it into the Master Tier, or if these Master Teams will defend themselves. For now, though, it is going to be Zux holding onto the disc, sending it on over to Caesar. Caesar finding his pass on over. Desirable, making the 2-pointer right there. Amazing, beautiful sort of attack, and see what they are going to do here. And as soon as they attack, that is going to be their leap. That's Bujibo with the disc, and that's going to be Caesar right into the goal. Wow, that was absolutely insane.
Is it now Sweet Tooth? Well, looking for the clear, but that clear was not good. The mail shot very close, but it's not quite in. Diving in though with one goalie, 2-on-1, bottom pocket. Redshift gets things done, up by 3.
Exactly the time. Those are things you always have to realize here. Is that nice duck from Bachivo? Is that it's never too early to take a little breather. They just got to get back. Otherwise, that's going to happen. This is now timeout territory, Luke, because
it's going to be a pump fake, and another multiple times. Finding the high pass, finding the cross pass, and finding the slow shot. So that is going to get red. Bachivo getting one all the way back.
And all the way through the midline. This is looking like a big shot again to put them up 10. And man,
2.5 minutes left. It's still a 1-point game, but only down 6-5. You think any goal right here is really, really big.
Oh, it's huge right now, and we might see one. Ace comes in and gets 2. Doc, they must have heard you. Ace now up by 3. The biggest.
I cannot wait. Coming out of the tubes, It's going to be picked up. No, Zuck sending it out.
Yeah, I mean, you can't wait. Neither can Ace, because they're going to find the back of the net just like that, only 15 seconds in.
Butchie with the disc. Saluna and regrabbing partner are broken up, so they do have a man. Bubble is wide open. Got to be Caesar, no. What a save. But Desirable taps it in.
There we go. I mean, masterful control still with Ace. Ace getting pressured, though. The reset was too far, so will be Caesar easily reading that one. Sending it through mid. And guess what? There's the stack, and there's the goal. What a play. Bachivo finishing it off. 3 more up, 5 up, Redshift.
Wow.
Quickly gets sent through by Steel Skydiver. Next goal wins. Ace, open net. The goalie's back. One more pass. One more goal. They're in Master. See you next week, Ace.
moving the disc towards the bubble as it's going to send it all the way over to Tozis. Tozis sending one fake, but going to send the reset actually to Sock. Sock sending it over to Shield as a shot comes through, and Game Tech's going to make no trouble of that, putting it straight down low, and 4-3, another point up.
Yeah, Typhon doing a great job.
Beautiful pickup with that stack, and really well done by Typhon as an unfortunate bounce. Will they be able to read it and recollect? Yes, Sock will be able to, and find the left-hand pass. The goal is open, spins and sends the shot. Game Tech closes it out, puts it in for 3 again, 10 points up. And now they'll really look for this left low pass, which is once again open. No look for the cut instead. Misses the cut, but finds the shoulder player. Shot sent, but the save is there, and then the
And welcome back, everyone. I am Offbeat, and I am here with the Bite of 87. Guys, how are you feeling? Are you excited about finals? And if that isn't Bite, I don't know what is. Guys, thank you so much for being here today. Look, obviously, no one knew you guys coming into the season. You're a fresh new face in Master, and you've really exploded onto the scene. How are you guys feeling coming to this one? Is there anything you're really concerned about or looking forward to and planning for this event?
Well, it's been a long and hard journey for us, but you know, we've been working really hard, and you know, obviously we've been trying our best to keep up, doing pretty well. So honestly, we're hyped. We're ready. We're taking the crown. We're going all the way. I believe.
Nice. Have you guys been doing any special prep for finals? Any special, you know, training or scouting on any of the other teams you're looking at?
Swagware.
Nope.
No.
Nope. We
All right.
don't scout. We just scrim.
Yeah. Awesome. Why should we be cheering for you guys this season? Why not any of the Ignites, the Instincts? Why are we cheering for you specifically?
Because we're less sweaty. Our name's cooler.
I can tell you why, Offbeat, because you won't see any other team out there going for musty flicks during finals. You won't see it. You'll see it right here. That's where the action happens.
You're gonna give us the biggest and best plays of finals. That's what I'm hearing.
I have promised at least 10 different people that I would hit the dirtiest musty flick on them during finals, and I intend to keep my word.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. This is Bite of 87, who are promising here to be the most exciting team at finals coming up. Looking forward to it. Welcome back. I am Offbeat, and I am here today with, you know them, this is Instinct, one of your teams here for VRML Finals. How you guys feeling?
Absolutely fantastic. Oh, just the banging mentality over here.
That is what I like to hear,
100%.
and of course, echoed amongst everyone here, I'm sure. You guys have been kind of one of the top teams here to watch throughout the season.
Kinda.
So yeah, kind of.
Kind of?
Whoa.
You're up there.
Top like 20.
Sir. Top 2.
Yeah.
You guys are one of the favorites coming in here. What's it like to prepare for something like that? Is there anything you're kind of worried or concerned about going into your prepping for finals?
We probably should have scrimmed more than like twice in the last 6 weeks, but we don't really need to against these 8 other master teams. We're just kind of waiting for Ignite. So we'll see how.
And when it comes to that,
we got
you know, like our mentality, you know, just since day one, we've just been better. So we just, you know, just be better, and that's how it goes.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. I don't think we were expecting anything else. So you guys obviously have been around for a while. Players know you, fans know you. Why should teams be rooting for you guys specifically coming into finals here? What makes you unique?
Well, we've got Ender, and we've got Cruisin'. We've got
And we have
Satyr,
2 spaghetti
and
members.
we've got 2 spaghetti members, not just one.
2.
Wow.
And
so there's a lot to cheer for on this team, really. There's a lot to cheer for.
Our sub's name has a number in it.
I make 3-pointers sometimes.
Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Okay. Unlucky.
I've heard those can help. Well, hopefully I will be calling a few of them. Give us some exciting moments to cheer for in the casters booth, and we will see you all in finals soon enough. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Best of luck this coming weekend.
Yeah, we don't need it, but thank you.
Let's go.
Welcome back, everyone. I am Offbeat. I am here with Oceans. You know them.
Hey everybody, welcome back to what is gonna be one thrilling kind of match, I feel like, based on, well, prior results. We have got now in the upper brackets your reigning, defending team in Instinct, facing off against this rising, frightening team, the Bite of 87. They've made some waves here in VRML as of the last few months. What a matchup this is. Luke, Doc Education, thanks for joining me on this one. I can't wait.
Oh, man. I can't wait for this one. I mean, historically, of course, Instinct, as you say, last time, but we've talked about this every single time, so why not this last time? They played each other twice this regular season, and they each won one game.
Mm-hmm.
That's all there is to say. I mean, this is it, man. This is going to be a heck of a game.
Yeah, and both games went to round 3. Right. Yeah. I mean, it was close. It was close every time, and the end score was very close in both games. Instinct winning the most recent matchup on April 30th by only 3 points total.
Wow.
And Bite of 87 won about a month and a half before that by 8 points total. Again, that's after 3 rounds. So. Yeah, I mean, both of these teams, I mean, obviously Instinct is the defending champion, and I think almost everyone expects Instinct to be right there in the last 2 at least, but Bite of 87 is kind of nipping at their heels, if I can use a metaphor, and saying, hey, we want to be in that conversation too.
Well, absolutely, Doc, because this team... Instinct, the defending champions, as you said, so they were already there. This team, though, in Bite of 87, they finished in the 3rd seat. They didn't even start in the Master Division this season. They started in Diamond. They put this team together, and they climbed fast, as maybe some didn't expect. I certainly did. I mean, everyone knew the talent was there, but there were a lot of questions about how far they would go, and, the fact that they are here in 3rd place after starting this season in Diamond, not a coincidence whatsoever. The fact that they've gone to 3 rounds twice with Instinct, not a coincidence either. So this is just a perfect setup and a culmination of what is a season's worth of work defending a title and a season's worth of work on the other team, trying to actually make their names known and respected, I suppose, as, hey, we do, in fact, as a unit on Bite, we belong here at the very top, and we're going to show you why.
Yeah, I mean, and that's so important. I mean, we saw that happen last season with Instinct, right? They were the ones that wanted to prove that they could get it done, and they did. I mean, could we have, Bite of 87, stirring up the mix even more going into Season 6? I mean, I don't know, but honestly, I really hope so. I think that'd be so fun. But man, we're just waiting for one more player in this one. So yeah, I mean, it's super exciting. It's certainly lots of experience on these rosters. I mean, sometimes in these master tier matchups, we see one team that's very experienced and one team that's less so. But with these players, I mean, man, they have a bone to pick.
Yeah, and I would say, Doc, like these teams obviously all recognizable and have been in those Diamond and Master tiers for seasons upon seasons, more so for these Instinct folks on various teams before they had the grandest success of them all last season on the New York Kings, as they were named at the time, but now Instinct in Season 5. But Bite of 87, I think appropriate to their name, as we often say here, these young upcoming teams in Diamond, they're so hungry. So they are looking to take a big bite out of Master Division, just in general. And it's fun to watch, just from a pure spectator's standpoint. If you let off the pedal, you're going to be taken over by the next generation, basically.
Yeah, they're coming. It's the evolution of every game that you have domination by one or a couple of teams early on, and as the game grows and evolves and knowledge spreads and competition increases, that domination decreases, and it becomes harder and harder to repeat and three-peat, and the kinds of things that we've seen. Obviously, last season was the first time that in NA, EU, or OCE. We did not see the same team winning, and that was only an NA. That was Instinct, this Instinct team. Again, then New York Kings, obviously. All four of those players from Instinct, you could see them enter Cruise and Oculusator and Strem, and add the sub in Meatballer. They obviously all have been Master Tier. Bite of 87 also has been Master Tier. I believe all of their starters have been Master Tier at one point, or at least Challengers Cup quite often. So a lot of knowledge spreading and percolating, and now they're popping off.
Absolutely. Go ahead, Luke.
Well, I was just gonna do a quick ad read. So if you have something meaningful to say,
of course.
I just wanted to say, I mean, certainly lots of experience there across the players in our board, but also a huge shout out to the community at large for really making all of this possible. I mean, so many amazing memories, so many amazing stories. If none of you haven't been to a LAN yet, I know there's the Redshift one. There's so many LANs around the world now happening with Echo Arena. Go hang out with your friends that you've never met IRL. Maybe you have, but now you can do so playing Echo with many others. But, I was too slow. We are going into round one, and oh boy, here we go.
Here we go. So, again, on this essentially tie-breaking matchup on the season and in the most important weekend of them all, we've got Bite of 87, that Green Pigeon, Ryruff Time, and Swag War versus the champion Instinct, Strembitsky, Ender, Cruise, and Oculusator. Stories abound here for sure. Good to see Strem in the game. I understand is struggling with some injuries, but he is here to compete today because that's what competitors do as Time scores the first two.
Time is here and now, cuz Instinct are on the back foot here, but still, early days, only 30 seconds in. Let's see what they do. What play are they going to pull out? Well, they're going to come out of the tubes in just a second. It's going to get picked up here by Cruise, and quick pass over to Ock. Ock looking for the pass through, a bit of a relay here, connecting to Ender. Ender looking for the pass across. It's not good, a rare miss. So will that get picked up by the Bite of 87? Not quite yet, but now it does, as a Time not only can score, he can pass it over to Swag War, who is going to find the clear.
And it seems like on that, I know it's only first possession, but Strem having a little bit of a hard time wrangling that disc up top. It's something I am definitely curious on monitoring, how his injury is affecting him here. I believe it's a shoulder, I've been told, or something of the sort. So something to keep an eye on, because he is definitely one of those offensive carries who will really help lead the way on any given team. As will be Strem actually getting a clear nicely, so gets the job done on that, and possession back to Cruisin'.
Cruising now, sending it the rest of the way through. Is going to be bouncing low. Does the stack read it? Oh, what a pickup. Swag, as it is going to get recovered by Ryruff. Stolen from Strem. Strem looking for the pass. Will connect to Ender. Ender juking around. Maybe looking back for Strem. Strem with the cut, but no good as Ryruff again steals and tries to send it through.
So into the tunnel, Cruisin' picking that up and dishing it to Strembitsky. Strem finding a long one, a bit of a risk as there was defenders in the zone, but a smart reset back to Strem, who will walk it right up the floor, and they're just allowing him in, but won't make the shot. Dings it off that corner. Unfortunate results, but much of to their fortune, they will be there for a rebound. So Instinct still trying to score here, break that ice.
They are, as it is going to get moved up here. Cruisin' gets stunned through, and well, it's that Green Pigeon doing what he do, sending that one through into the bubble, sorry, into the tunnel. Long three, not quite good, as it's an unfortunate ding, so not quite red either, as it is going to be just a scramble for the disc now, eventually picked up by Pigeon. Pigeon right back into Time. Time looking for two more, but no, it's a pass. Ryruff on the side, one more dunk, a stun, so it's still free. What defense from Instinct.
And Oculusator, especially right there, waiting for that alley-oop, daring them to throw the pass, and they did, and they took that disc and turned it over right back. Speaking of, there's Oculusator with said disc now, has an opportunity to work it up the floor. 3 minutes in, no scores for Instinct. I don't expect that to last all too long. Rebound, though, still not finding it. It will be Swag War now. Back for Bite of 87 on a deep clear, although the stacks, as it nearly grazes into the goal. The stack's a bit slow to get going for either squad as a big steal, and Green Pigeon now puts it in the cage. 5 points.
Wow, okay, the Bite of 87 are making a statement round. We're 3 minutes in. There's only 5 points on the board. and they're all in favor of the orange squad. So Instinct, I mean, still looking for their first few points. Going for the same sort of outlet pass to Ock. Ock jukes around, goes for the reset this time. So a much slower play second time around.
Cruising, trying to speed things up now with a pass, recognizing they have some numbers. That is a 2-on-1 advantage. They've got him at the mercy. But no mercy, no quarters shown. It's time. Able to get the save, and Swag War on a deep clear through the tunnel, but retaken back by Ender, and they'll have another go for Instinct. What a defensive stand, though, that was on a 1v2 from Time.
Yeah, an incredible play, another shot, and another goal! Oh my goodness, the Bite of 87 are on fire.
That they are, 7 points. And again, a few goals in a row. This is also where teams start thinking, should we take a timeout? What do we need to do? It's only 4 minutes into the very first round is a thing, but they're already on the heels and still trying to find some sort of team rhythm, because right now it's nothing but bite.
Yeah, it really isn't, as there's a long pass. Strem, here we go. Do we get 2? Yes, we do. The spin to win, and hey, it shall go in. Down by 5 now, Instinct.
There you go. Can't hold them down for all too long. Strembitsky breaking that cap, and only 5 point separation as we hit the 5-minute mark of this opener on the round. Again, this is still upper brackets, so neither team is at threat of being eliminated from the tournament as a whole, but a win here would certainly put you in very comfy position to move on to day 2.
Yeah, it really would. I mean, it's all about day 2 here on this finals weekend. And, well, both these teams, no, maybe, I guess one of them might not make it, as there still is an elimination run after this. But Swag War is looking to get it in their way, but what a save! Cruising! No way! Strembitsky is the mail in. Is the mail in? No, but the bounce back will be for Strembitsky. Again, the self pass. 2 down, Instinct.
So mail in, that is the alpha male right there. Playing through injuries, hurt or otherwise, is still playing with eyes on the prize, and knowing that they, even as champions this season, they already said it even within minutes of them winning in Season 4 when we interviewed them here on the stream. They already knew they're going to come into Season 5 still yet with something to prove as champions somehow. So you know that they are going to go with a fight, injured or otherwise.
They certainly will, as it is going to get sent through the tube. The stacks are not ready for Instinct, but they do get the leech. The slapback is rushed and is a mistake. It's getting picked up. Strembitsky high to the ceiling of Ock. Ock diving in, gets a shot. What a play! The game's tied just like that.
Snap your fingers, blink your eyes, and we've got a reset effectively on this match. Indeed, deadlocked now at 7 apiece off a beautiful run. Definitely predicated by some better connections on those passes, the team play, and of course Strembitsky now also finding the disc and able to kind of be that player coach on the floor in a sense, but I can apply that to several of these players as well. Just dominant forces. Bite of 87 now in a position where they need to clap back soon and not concede a big scoring run, or at least continue to.
Yeah, I mean, this is their moment. They need to come back right here, right now, because Instinct is currently undefeated, but, or rather, on an unscoring run, as there is a reset. There is a pressure, but there's no stun, so that is going to get read somehow, some way by Instinct, sending it their way, downfield. It's a dribble play, open 3, yes, please! Instinct up by 3 now. Ender finishes.
Beautifully done, and the beauty of having a player like Ender stacking with you if you're Strembitsky, knowing that, okay, maybe I don't want to reach and shoot this. I'll stack with you. I'll get the grabs at the chest level. I'm going to let you get the disc, though, and shoot it for me. How about that? So got the great end of that deal to put them up by a few. 2.5 remaining.
Yeah, 2.5 is time. Sends it to Ryruff. There's a breathe. There's a play. That's what they needed. How many seconds was that? I don't know, but wow, what a play.
Nicely done from Ryruff. 7-second reaction on that joust to just undo that entire sequence from Strem and Ender on the other side. Here we go. Oculusator on the launch. Usually it's cruising QBing, I think, so maybe a little change up there, if I'm not mistaken. But Green Pigeon is going to turn it over into Strembitsky's arms, just waiting patiently for that disc.
Yeah, patience is virtue, and well, these teams are virtuous, going 2-on-1, getting it done. Instinct, just like that, are trading blows. 12-10.
just as advertised. Again, these two teams meeting twice in Master Tier over the last couple of months, and both of them round 3s. One match won by Instinct, one won by the Bite of 87, and so only by nature, by design, almost, it's going to come down to this last minute or two in this run. Will it continue? Maybe a rebound. Green Pigeon is there, but can they save the day, or will this be an octing? Oh, went from the back to the front, but no results.
Yeah, and those 2 points are really important because they need 4. They want 5. They want to save. Do they get it? No, because that means it's a 2.2 goal game. And, well, they're still on Dangerous. Diving in. Insane. Strembitsky, oh my. Makes this a 2-point game with 50 seconds left. 2 goals.
Okay, now they can breathe at least a little bit easier because they know they have to. They're at a point where Bite of 87 needs to score twice to make anything happen here. Important goal off of what otherwise was a great save from Time again. But as it's been shown time and time again, you allow those rebounds and extra attempts, they're going to be killer as the time continues to wind down here in round 1.
Yeah, the time is winding down. 23 seconds now. There's still a couple seconds of mathematical time. Can they get to 3? Unfortunately, no. So that will be... is there time? There might be like 1 second. It's like... Nah. That's saying nah.
Nah dash. Nah dash. No time. Math is out. And that said, Instinct squeaks out the win. Just barely by the skin of their teeth after what was a fierce opening effort from Bite 87. But Doc Education, what did you think of that round and just Instinct's ability to weather the storm?
Well, very nicely said. Yeah, Bite of 87 came out very hot, jumped out to a fairly big lead. I think it was a 5-point lead to start. And Instinct just looked a little sleepy. They were holding onto the disc a little bit too long as pressure was coming up from behind and just kind of getting the disc stolen and then turn around, and Bite of 87 is going to punish you for that. At one point, I don't know, Instinct woke up. Strem had a couple of dings early on, some easy misses. Maybe just looked a little casual. Maybe just looked like they weren't really fully in that mode of like, oh yeah, like this is finals. You know, we're playing against the Bite of 87. This is a real team that can really push us. And then at some point they just found overdrive, and even being down some points, they were able to pull it off. And I know it was 14-12 at the end, but Instinct was ultimately in control for the last part of that game. I'm excited to see what happens here in round 2. I think it could be anyone's round, but I mean, Instinct at the end, the way they were dribbling and shooting threes was just looking really mean.
Yeah, that team play is absolutely what brought them so much success last season and into the championships versus Ignite in Season 4. So with that, we're going into round 2. So let's see. If it's going to be another one of those classic round 3s between these two teams. We're about to find out.
Yeah, well, here we go. As we're finding the back of the net first from Ender, giving Instinct the early advantage.
And again, there's Strem. Could have taken a shot potentially, but coming in from below, it had to go for kind of a hook almost, and really crank the arm, the shoulder, the injured arm and shoulder. So hey, you find the cutter, find the pass, you know, and they're really just greasing the wheels a little bit. They've got that team play flowing now after that initial 5 minutes or so of round 1.
Oh yeah, they certainly do. And well, the Bite of 87 are looking to grease them right back, as it is going to be Time going for the long reset. Connecting to Green Pigeon. Green Pigeon. Back to Time. Time looking for the cut. Finds it. Yes. Ryruff. Such clean passes, man. Ryruff over to Pigeon. Pigeon diving in. Time looking to collapse. There's 2 cuts. There's 3 cuts. But no one's moving just yet. Now they are. Looking for one more. The goalie stunned. No, one more cut. One more shot. One more goal. This game's tied.
Oh, pretty smart move there. The defense was swarming indeed, and Time with the fantastic focus and recognition. A lot of players in that position outside of Master Tier and trying to get better and better. It's those little things where the ability to resist the urge to just push forward into the bubble when you don't have numbers because they had 1 or 2 players stunned. Being able to recognize that and just say, hey, I can wait for them to come out of the stun, and I can wait to find a better play a few seconds later instead of just line drive every time.
Yeah, I mean, the patience and the skill of these players is astronomical. And these little mistakes, that's why they're so punishable. And there's a long three. Oh, unfortunately not going to get hit. But Ryruff will get the recovery. Long shot. Nice save. Ender. Oh, my. But Ryruff, once again, hits the disc and resets.
Ender was kind of flying through the goal, so didn't have the luxury of being able to wrangle the disc. Had to slap it away, but slapped it right to the defense, or rather, the offense, I suppose, as it will be turned over back to Instinct, losing control. Now, Instinct down the floor, a little trouble reading, so that allows just a couple extra seconds for the defense to recover as Strem, who's been a hot hand, assists, scores otherwise, but the hotter hand has been time in the goal with at least the third just direct save. And now Oculusator still in the back line for Instinct. They're going to work their offense with defense pressing heavily up here, and Strembitsky now leaving nothing to chance, Luke. Walks it in.
Yeah, I mean, what a play from them. They pulled out 3 defenders. They backed it up. They had everyone back except for Strem. Oh my goodness, just an absolute drawing out and, well, getting the pincers in. Instinct once again on top.
That's basically the whole idea of the reset and the back pass in general, right?
Oh, yeah.
Is to drag out the back line. When you're able to drag all the players, heck yeah.
The more the merrier. And, well, the more the points, the merrier as well, as Instinct are able to stop the offense of Bite of 87. So, once again, they're looking for those passes and they're looking to set up this offense moving downfield. But patience. Patience is the name of the game.
It is. And patient there being. Cruisin' happily able and willing to assist in that style of gameplay from the back line, and will enable now the rest of the team to just work their way calmly up the front. This has turned into a really methodical matchup here in the second round, and well, let's see who's going to come out ahead here with, again, Strembitsky. Look at that. Strem is an absolute wizard right now, a maestro. He's just directing traffic and looks like he's in his element.
Yeah, I mean, he really does. And I mean, whenever you see a player like Strem, or any player really, get to that shield, get to one of those, you know, as we like to call it, king positions, you know that disc is going in 90% of the time. And, well, it certainly did. Up 4 Instinct, but Bite of 87 are looking to come back and not end this game in 2. Open 3, no.
Ryruff trying to kind of mimic here the same sort of style. Both these teams happy to play it. Swag War sets it up. Time slaps it down.
Wow. Wow. Time is playing each end of the field, not only with the monstrous saves, with the monster's hands and the monster's positioning, making this a 2-point game. Bite of 87. You know, don't count them out just yet. There still is over half this game remaining, only 2 points in between them.
Oculusator now has Swag War in between him and the intended target, so that's a turnover. This is a chance now to tie or take a lead. If they can get there quickly, they do. It's a 1-on-2 and dunks it through. Ryruff knows where to be.
Oh my goodness. Yes, he does. Yes, sirree, but Instinct. I mean, we said this in round 1. Instinct tied it up 7-7. They scored then 3 more, making it 10, and then Bite of 87 tied it. I mean, this is just a close matchup as Instinct, you know, have their own reset now, or Bite of 87 have their own reset, contrary to round 1. But that reset will be good, yes. One more long clear of the pass, no good. Will get still recovered by Ender. Ender juking to find some space. Finds a long pass over to Oculusator. Oculusator high. Over to Strem. Strem back to Ock, but no! It's going to get read by Green Pigeon. And Green Pigeon doesn't quite get the clear as it's intercepted by Ender, but Ender gets stunned.
Now the homing pigeon just read that disc all the way on an excellent recovery now, and will be sent out. The stacks arriving, but misreading ever so slightly. That's going to be a slapper that bounces off the Geo into the side, and picked up by Strem, of course. Strem with a quick duck, but no one was there. The elevator door is closing, and Strem shaking his fists there in angst as they go down the floor the opposite side on the recovery. Ender and Strem. So obviously not happy about that last play, and yet they still were quick enough to get back on the stacks.
Yeah, they really were. I mean, these stacks are lightning quick right now from both these teams. Tie game, 2-on-1. Pass, cut, goal! There we go.
And literally killing Luke. Oh, man. A Cruisin' missile to the throat as Cruisin' is able to secure that. He put in some, I don't even know what to call that. I think if I'm going to do a doc education. The pirouette. Because that's exactly what it was. What a move.
Oh man, it really was. I mean, Instinct are just adding some flair to it, but there's a long pass, connects to Ryruff. Ryruff juking twice. Another reset there. Swag, we're slowing the play down. There's the elevator, and those doors are wide open for Ryruff. Ryruff just juking up, buying some space. I mean, these players are so patient. Diving in, pump fakes one, twice, getting pressure from behind, and gets it done. This game's tied.
You know what I love about that play so much from Green Pigeon? Remember how earlier with Time, when he was outside the bubble looking for the passes and opted not to go full head of steam in and waited for the better pass? Green Pigeon was there on the anchor. If this was a year, if this was even months ago, I know the temptation to take that anchor shot was supremely real. It had to have been there, but they were disciplined and they got the high percentage goal to tie it up. I mean, that's just beautifully played.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, both these teams are playing to the best of their ability right now. But all these teams so far today, I mean, seeing some incredible Echo Arena. But again, 2 minutes left. If Instinct wins this round, they win this matchup. If Bite of 87 wins this round, then we get to see our third round 3. And, well, we certainly want to see that, as that's going to get sent through. Bite of 87 looking for a stack. Finds one, but too fast, too quick. So Instinct will be the ones recollecting and getting the stun. Oh, my, as they get the clear downfield.
Lightning quick reflexes from Strem on that recovery, but just the same for the duos of stacks for both teams as they find their way down the floor. Now fanning out, a bouncer gets delivered right underneath the carriage of the stacked up Instinct players. Oculusator waiting a few extra seconds just to allow that stack to get into the bubble. Again, those little things, the handoff. Oh, you saw the intent, but just not the execution, and that will cost them perhaps the score, but they're still going to give it another try with a recovery. Oculusator, the disc. Time is winding down. Minute 22.
Minute 22, game still tied. Very well, it could be. Next school very well may win the second round, but Instinct, I mean, they are happy to burn this time. They're on offense right now. They have disc possession. And, well, if they win this round, game over. And they very well might. 2 on the board, 8-10 Instinct.
Crucial goal coming in from Ender. And again, assisted by Strem up the floor with a very just well-placed pass. Nothing flashy, fancy about it. But it's the right ones are happening when they need them to happen. And with that, we are in the crunch. And any one of these players I've seen come up in the clutch a multitude of times, so let's see how they act here on this joust.
Bite of 87, this is it. They needed 3 to win, a 2 to tie, and honestly, that's a pass. That's a play. The pass back is good. The cross pass is better. They're collapsing in. They have 28 seconds. It's a 2-point game. Diving in the cut. It's good. Oh, the read. Ender. Insane. 20 seconds now.
Oh, that could be the game-winning goal and save coming in from that man right there. Oculusator has the disc. Oculusator has a shot. Oculusator took him in round 2. 13-8. Extra credit to Ender for 2 clutches. And Instinct saying no more round 3s. Finals are ours, at least for day 1. Wow.
Well, we saw the back and forth round 3s in the season. Round 2 was meant to be, Doc. I mean, what did you see?
Well, I mean, early game, Strem was an absolute carry for Instinct. Really coming up clutch and just in the bubble, absolutely undeniable. Going often 1-on-2 and just making it look casual. I mean, just showing off so much skill, so much experience inside of that bubble in these finals. I mean, I'd like to know how much time Strem has spent inside the bubble in finals. That it might be more than some people, many people have even played the entire game. The man has been around, and but then it was just a whole team effort. I mean, credit to Bite of 87 playing extraordinarily well, but at the end of the day, it was just a little bit better one-on-ones from Instinct. I thought some incredible saves, especially Ender had a couple of big time saves late, and then Oculusator obviously punctuating the win. So credit to both teams. I fully expect Bite of 87 to make a very strong run in the bottom bracket as we move forward on to day 2. And of course, now this sets up the first of what may be at least another Ignite versus Instinct in the finals.
Oh boy, as if we'd have it any other way. Definitely a matchup that everyone was expecting and anticipating to be a reality at some point in this cup. And indeed, on the other hand, too, for these two teams, Bite of 87, like you said, I would not be surprised to see them come out of that lower bracket and have another go at Instinct potentially, or Ignite or otherwise. They're definitely still big contenders in this match, or in this weekend.
Yeah, they absolutely are. And yeah, let's see the bracket here. I mean, we've had some exciting stories. If you've been hanging out with us in venues, thank you. Thanks for hanging out here with us. But we've also seen some incredible games over on Channel 2 and Channel 3. I highly recommend pulling up all the streams. But we started off today here on Channel 1, Overkill Redshift. Overkill won. And of course, lost to Instinct there in the second round. Then we had Bite of 87 against Disorient. Bite of 87 won, so we saw that matchup here in round 3. Ignite Ethereal, of course, on the top half of that bracket. Of course, Ignite beating Ethereal in 2 rounds as well as Instinct beat the Bite of 87. And, well, this will be our last match of today. Of course, the winner of this next match. Do we have semifinals today? No, we don't. I'm totally wrong. That is tomorrow. Okay, so we are going to Disorient,
Yes.
and Overkill.
Yep.
All right, cool. All right, I'm
Yes,
there.
Indeed.
I've
We're
caught up.
there.
I've
We're
caught
going
up.
to be there.
But I will be there, and so will you. So thanks for hanging out with us. Yeah, so many incredible matches. Unfortunately, Anomaly is already removed from the finals. So unfortunate to them. But I'm not sure who won between Oceans and Redshift. If someone knows in chat, let me know. Maybe that game's still ongoing. But will we be taking a short break? All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back. Overkill, Disorient. I'm Luke. That's Doc. That's Pally. I don't know, somewhere. We'll see you soon.
Everywhere.
VRware. Our passion is for the future.
Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Blank and I'm here with Disorient. How do you guys feel coming into finals?
I feel amazing, man.
Okay.
Feel pretty good. It's pretty cool.
It's gonna be great! You've had a bit of an interesting season. Who do you think is going to be your toughest opponent going into finals?
Well, Tom, I think it's gonna be ourselves. Actually, we gotta learn to get along with ourselves before we get along with everybody else out there. Thank you.
Yeah, no comms and games. We can't handle that.
Literally everyone else, like, to be honest.
Literally every other team. 3v4, we're worried.
Well, that brings up the question of how did you feel coming out of, Challenger Cup up into Masters then?
I felt pretty good. I felt like we were gonna win, guaranteed. Scared, bro. I was confident.
No,
yeah. And I mean, what do you guys think you're gonna, stand out? What do you think your standing's gonna be after finals?
First. You're not first, you're last.
That's quite a bit of confidence there.
Confidence is key,
But
coach.
you know what? I think you can do it.
Exactly.
I think
Number one team with the number one
we'll be-
mindset.
Well,
I think like
I'm.
Wait, is that
I've
that?
been here with Disorient tonight, and we will see you. Later.
Shout out to Ivan Thrive. Ivan Thrive, I love you.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I'm Blank, and today I am here with Team Overkill. How do you guys feel coming into finals?
Feeling great! Feeling great!
Awesome!
Okay.
How's the season gone so far for you guys?
Okay, it's going great so far. It's going wonderful.
Yeah?
Oh,
And,
yeah.
you know,
dead all
you made
season.
finals, and now you're here. Who's your most feared opponent?
Well,
I wonder who that
Ignite.
Yeah,
I mean, like they're the best. So, like, yeah, probably Ignite.
Pretty worried about Ignite, none of the others?
Well, Instinct. Damn, I've been gone since I broke my collarbone. So, like,
87 Oceans Ethereal.
Disorient. Okay, thanks. That's a really good team.
All right. Well, quite a few, and I'm excited to see how you guys go against them here. And is there anything coming into finals that you are looking to change? Maybe a better playstyle, a better team.
Hit more
Not
threes.
lose 1v1s.
Both of those.
Can't relate.
We're all connecting as a team.
And not missing dunks.
Oh, yeah, that's another
That's pretty
one.
important.
Hit more threes. Hit more threes. 100%. All right.
All right. And you guys think you have a chance in finals here?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Well, you guys heard it here first. This has been an interview with Team Overkill. I've been Blank, and hello, everybody, and welcome back.
All right, well, the teams are out of the tubes, and immediately Zen getting the head on. But it looks like Redshift is going to at least send it back over to the other side. Open goal opportunity. Oh, no. Buchibo. And I expect a lot of that.
Make it into the Master Tier, or if these Master Teams will defend themselves. For now, though, it is going to be Zux holding onto the disc, sending it on over to Caesar. Caesar finding his pass on over. Desirable, making the two-pointer right there. Amazing, beautiful sort of attack, and see what they are going to do here. And as soon as they attack, that is going to be their leap. That's Buchibo with the disc, and that's going to be Caesar right into the goal. Wow, that was absolutely insane.
Is now Sweet Tooth. Well, looking for the clear, but that clear was not good. The mail shot very close, but it's not quite in. Diving in though with one goalie, 2-on-1, bottom pocket. Redshift gets things done up by 3.
Exactly the time. Those are things you always have to realize here. Is that nice duck from Buchibo? Is that
All right, go. Here we go. It's the last match of day one, and what you know, man, what a fun day. Here we go. I mean, it is Overkill, who we've seen before on this channel, but Disorient, you know, finding themselves in the lower bracket. So this is an elimination match, Doc.
That it is, and well, I mean, both of these teams are playing very well, even to get here. We saw Overkill in our first game of the day. They kind of dominated rounds 1 and round 3 against Redshift, but then they obviously struggled against the defending champion Instinct, so they find themselves in the lower bracket. Disorient lost their first round matchup as well against Bite of 87. So both of these teams now backs against the wall. And Luke, you were saying earlier, I think these two teams did play one time, and Disorient kind of took them to task.
Yeah, they really did. They won 27-15. So you know, maybe the depending on who you are, expectation you were looking for, but Disorient historically, you know, is the one to watch. And I mean, Pally, these players, all of them have certainly been around the block as we just go into round 1.
Yeah, they're starting up here, so I'll keep it short. Simply put, two hungry teams, new generation of Echo players for a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them. I mean, this is what Echo's all about, that growth, that experience. We're about to experience something special here in the lower bracket elimination game. Take it away, guys.
Here we go. It is going to get picked up quickly by Disorient. Disorient, the headbutt, the pass, it's good. One more cut, one too many, the save, insane, as Robbins is able to get that one through.
So early days, typical chaos of the neutral joust. And Luke, I mean, these teams are getting off hot though.
Yeah, they really are. In Overkill, Robbins, the hands, the shot, the bounce. Not quite going to connect, unfortunately, but Randolph looking for the clear. Does he get it? No, but he does find the pass as Atoki has the disc and loses it.
Okay, now it's going to be picked up by Anubis, maybe looking for the reset. Yes, Knife Rich in the tunnel, under pressure from Draco. Able to get away from them, though. Anubis now delivering it down over to Robbins. Robbins with space, moving up. They've got a 2-on-2 advantage. It's going to be Ghost Duck hanging out on the opposite side, but they will shift back to Knife. Knife over to the right side, Anubis. Anubis going into Robbins. Oh, my goodness. What a save by Toki.
Yeah, they're not out of the woods just yet, though. One more back pass and one more goal. Anubis will find the hole as Overkill is now up by 2.
Okay, so kind of atypical. It took 1 minute and 20 seconds for any score to happen. I don't know that we'll see that again with these two teams here, Luke. But first offensive joust of the evening for Disorient. Let's see what they do. Draco with the disc, gonna send it. Oh no, Robbins with the stuff. Open 3, yes, get him.
Wow, Overkill is finding a new gear. I mean, up by 5, 2 minutes in, you know, that's a good little lead, but we've seen so many comebacks here today across so many different games, across so many different players. I mean, Disorient, that is chump change, especially with 8 minutes remaining. But that pass will be good. Techno over to Draco. Draco sending that one low through, bouncing high, though. No stacks are able to come through. It's just going to be one player, and that's Draco Mako. The long pass is not going to make it, though, as it is going to be sent out and sent into the hands, as the block is good, of Robbins.
Yeah, disc now in the trap area. Draco there. Ghost Duck picks it apart. Back to Anubis. So early days here, Luke. Overkill is looking very strong, maybe a little discombobulated for Disorient. And again, this is an elimination game. Whoever loses this, they're done. No more Season 5, no more finals. It is, they're packing it in and they're scrimming until the summer.
Yeah, and of course, they don't want that to happen. As, well, there's a back pass to the backboard, but no more. Because, again, Knife Rich, you know, he's just stunning. Yeah, that's what he has in store. But Disorient is not able to pick that one up. So it will be a nice little pass through. Open 3, and yes, please. Yes, it does. Yes, it do. Overkill up by 8.
Wow. No one home there. And Ghost Duck could just float it down, and with the easy flick of the wrist at 10 meters a second from just 9 meters out, wide open goal. Not gonna miss that one. Disorient already maybe a little disoriented. Draco, though, juking, ducking the pressure, and Disc going to go deep in, but again, Overkill is just moving faster. They're just getting more to the point of action than is Disorient, causing havoc on the defense, and then doing this, actually strangling the life out of the other team with this sideways and backward passing.
Yeah, I mean, they're just playing absolute disciplined Echo Arena right now. I mean, we've seen this from so many teams today, and it's worked. It's worked time and time again, but now the pressure is coming in. The quick reset is a dime. Knife Rich slowing it down. Certainly, they do have time as they are up by 8. Just about 4 minutes in this match, and there we go. Robbins ducks 1-2, but no! As TechnoWub steals the disc and tries to send it through. Will it get picked up? Well, yes, kind of, sort of, but not really, as that is another stun fest. Everyone is just looking to juke around as finally the clear is found for Disorient.
Yeah, a lot of stunning going on. Ghost Duck, though, getting the disc inverted, now on the ceiling, their floor. Anubis, also inverted. Moving in the same fashion. Now Robbins slowly moving up. So no hurry from Overkill. They're just methodically moving up. Although, oh my, cross-court pass, no good. Oh my! Reset very nearly went into the goal, but Toki picks it up.
Yeah, I was scared that was going to be off the wall shot in the back of the goal. That would have been very unfortunate for Disorient. But 8 points, still plenty of game to go. I mean, hey, we've seen this time and time again, and Disorient, of course, are an experienced squad. That clear, though, is going to be not good as Anubis finds that back to Robbins. Robbins diving in the bubble, not yet. Slowing it down and going for the reset.
Yeah, maybe had an opportunity there to go 3-on-3, but just electing to calm it down. You know, they are up by 8, and if they can get another 2 here, it's going to put a lot of pressure on Disorient. Robbins with the 360 slam.
Wow. Okay, I mean, Robbins putting on a show right now as part of Overkill. Absolutely playing out of their mind. But, I mean, Disorient, they're running out of time. It's half this game, and they've still no points.
Yeah, that's got to start burning on your mental. Here's the opportunity. Not going to miss that one. TechnoWubs from below. Same statistics as the Ghost Duck shot earlier. From 9 meters out at 10 meters a second. So both teams kind of collecting on their easy opportunities. And now it's the first offensive joust of the night for Overkill. Let's see what Disorient can do on their defensive joust.
Finds the quick pass to the left side. Now it's going to get sent across to that table area. Ghost Duck finds the high pass to Robbins. Robbins, not an open net, so elects to look for a reset. Getting pressured, so just juking, trying to find some space. It will be good. Anubis to the shield, to the goal. There we go. Overkill responds in kind very quickly, as now they're once again up by 9.
Wow, Anubis with some smooth moves in the bubble. Kind of going 1-on-3. And it worked out. So Overkill in overdrive right now as Disorient has the disc.
Not for long. As, well, they do able to trouble that one. Draco Mako, long clear. It's good. Bouncing high. Do they get a hand on it? No. Not immediately, at least, as it is still free. As, well, connecting over to Techno. Techno reset quickly to Draco. Draco getting pressured. Dukes around, finds the pass over to Randolph. Randolph looking for the pass across to Toki. Toki connects. Toki to the backboard. That's not red. That's a dive. That's a dunk. That's a 2. There we go. Disorient making 5 on the board for blue.
Nice job there. It was Knife Rich jumping out of the goal, just barely missing Techno. And yeah, so nice active goalie action, but Techno just able to evade the goalie dive and get another score. So after a big long struggle to score at all for Disorient, they've now scored 5 points fairly quickly, although still down by 7 with 2 minutes left.
Yeah, I mean, sure, they scored 5 points fairly quickly, but Overkill's just playing the time game. They're playing the control game. I mean, 7 points? That's minimum 4 goals, right? That they're happy. They're happy to take some time. That's right. No, that's totally wrong. 3 goals minimum.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna. Yeah, I was gonna let it slide. I was gonna.
I was like, wait a minute, do I know math? Well, it doesn't matter because Overkill wants to add more to their side of the equation, their side of the board. 14-5, now up by 9. Wow.
Now it's a minimum 4 goal, right? 9 points. You do the math. Disorient with the disc.
Wow. Okay. I mean, Disorient still has time. 125 is enough time for them to shine and for them to win this round 1. Passes are good through mid. Draco Mako jukes. Jux, and just find some space here. But Overkill, I mean, they're happy to give it to them. They're happy to give them some time. But that's an open net. That's a shot. That's a backboard. And that's the save! Insane! Knife Rich keeping his team in this game.
Wow. I don't even know how that happened, but insane goalie defense there. Now with 55 seconds left, it's all but over. And all that Disorient can fight for is some momentum, which I think they've certainly gained here in the last couple of minutes, having put 5 points on the board after not scoring for the first 7 or 8 minutes or so. Although, right as I say that, 40 seconds left, and it's deep in the bubble for Disorient. Robbins picking it up. Ghost Duck on the nest. Robbins going one-on-one. Oh, no. Good defense.
Yeah, solid defense. I mean, maybe they needed to pass back to Nest there, to the Geo nearby. And maybe they just, needed a better numbers advantage. Regardless, Overkill are feeling good right now. 14-5, I mean, 15 seconds remaining. This probably will be the final score, but they're looking for 2 more. Not going to connect, though. There's the pass. There's the recovery. Knife Ridge to the backboard. And there we go. Oh, the technical. That's okay. 16-5, Overkill.
Wow. So, with that, we're going to go to the sidelines. Our good man, Palador.
Oh, thank you, Doc. So that first round in the books now, and one of the big factors here, just looking at regular intervals, the stat line, and for the majority of that match, especially the first 6 to 7 minutes, the team stats, possession time, shots taken, assists, saves, steals, stuns, for most of that match, it was a 60-40 advantage in just about every category favoring Overkill. And that's a big telltale on just how much more they're locked in on their offense and defense. Now, normally a team is losing, you can still take the consolation points in other categories. You say, well, okay, we didn't score enough here, but we had a lot of great saves, or we had a high assist rate, or we were really good at breaking up and brawling their stacks out, things like that. But unfortunately, for most of that round, was not the case. Every category dominated by Overkill with that 60-40. Now, towards the end, Technowubs finally, in that last 5 minutes or so, broke open that seal, scored the 3. Another 2 came a little bit later and got them going a bit, and they did even things out a bit more towards the end, so that's a positive note. But they really got to do just better somewhere, find those consolation points, something to build upon. Another thing to look out for as we head into this next round, Robbins. Been an absolute beast, a thief in the midfield all day long, not just this match, stealing discs left and right, being really efficient with the play. So that's a player that I think Disorient also needs to stop here as we go to round 2.
Yeah, thanks for that, Pally. And, well, they certainly do, as you heard it best. Robbins, once again, having the disc getting put to the test, goes for the reset as Knife Ridge picks it up.
Anubis, Robbins, Ghost Duck, Techno, what a stop! Knife Rich jumping in, and a little bit of chaos right now, but a great defensive play early on here by Disorient.
Yeah, I mean, some solid defense, but they're not out of the woods just yet. Robbins over to Ghost Duck, flipping around, shot! No, won't be found, as he is stunned, as there's another solid defense, but Ghost Duck, again with control, again diving in, and what a shot! Finding it, 2-0, Overkill coming in hot.
Yeah, and one thing that's interesting about that, you saw Ghost Duck get on the shoulder and then onto the pole, and for a player of that skill, you get in that area, you can immediately start thinking dive in, but Overkill has been shifting and thinking about the pass more often. You saw Ghost Duck kind of hesitate or just slow their body down for just a moment, maybe looking for a pass, not finding one, and then electing to go in. And there was still time to go in, and maybe by taking that little pause, Ghost Duck was just a little bit more calm and under control, able to deliver the finish. So that little pause can help. Oh my! Ooh. Knife Rich can help with the pass and with the finish. Draco Mako.
Yeah, what a finish there from both these teams as Draco puts 2 on the board for Disorient. making this a very different beginning from the second round. Of course, Overkill wants to stay alive. Disorient wants to stay alive. This is an elimination matchup. If Overkill wins this round, goodbye, Disorient. You will not be seen tomorrow in day 2, but the winner shall be, and Overkill wants that, but so does Blue. But nevertheless, is going to get picked up here by Knife Rich. Knife Rich to Ghost Duck. Ghost Duck looks for the reset back. Will connect, yes, to Anubis. Anubis over to Knife Rich. Knife Rich finds the pass low. Some great controlling play here. Overkill wanting to end this game in 2. Will they? Maybe. 4-2. Overkill's up.
Yeah, just really beautiful triangle passing there by Overkill. You saw it between, what was it, Ghost Duck, Anubis, and I believe Robbins there. In any case, they were just perfectly spread out and just slowly moving up, or moving up as fast as they could, which in this game is slow as individuals, without the regrab, but just passing the whole time through. And then, yeah, the cutter came in. So just very, very masterful work by Overkill on that play.
Yeah, I mean, these players are just playing out of their minds right now. There's a beautiful stack, but who's there? It's Disorient. It's a pass back. It's 2 more. Oh my goodness, the give and go. Toki finishes it. This game's tied.
So Disorient, giving a little bit of taste of the same medicine. Beautiful drive by Draco and a pass to Toki on the backside. 4-4 is the score here in round 2. And Luke, we want more.
Oh, we certainly do. We certainly want that round 3. And so does Disorient, certainly. As, again, if they do lose this round 2, goodbye for them. And, well, both these teams want into day 2, as that's going to get picked up by Overkill. Overkill still well in control, getting pressured, getting swarmed, but still finding those passes. As just over 6 minutes left on the clock for the second round, but that's going to get read by Techno. The clear is no good, but the second time is good. There's a long clear. Can the stack get there? They do break apart, so that is going to get picked up by Ghost Duck, and Ghost Duck will send it right back where it came from.
Wow, that's got a chance. Almost was a full court mail slot, but Ghost Duck picks it up and inside the bubble gets the 2. So beautiful, beautiful work there by Overkill. Disorient with the disc, down to 5.5 minutes left. Season tournament on the line right now.
Yeah, this is it. Disorient are looking for anything, but there's a long pass. It's good. Open 3, too slow. Oh, it doesn't matter. What a shot. What placement. Techno finds the hole.
Wow. Techno, I thought, could have shot a little bit earlier, and the goalie, the stack, almost re-grabbed back for it, but just not quite. So Disorient back on top by 1. They are on their defensive joust. Overkill inverted, no, flipped, and then came right back. Anubis gonna pass it to the top player. That's Robbins. Robbins, as Palador mentioned, has been playing absolutely on fire with some beautiful passing and juking and scoring all throughout. Knife Rich now passes over to Robbins. Robbins under pressure, not feeling the pressure though because of their skill with the juking. Now over to Knife Rich. So defensive stack effectively broken, and now they're in the bubble doing the dangerous attack here. Knife Rich slowly moving up, working up with Robbins. Oh my, anchor shot no good. Randolph picks it up.
That's how good these goalies are, right? I mean, they force these players to pick the tightest of pockets, especially on shots like that, and well, ding and out. But I mean, Overkill are not out of this fight just yet. Disorient, that's a meaningful 3 as well, because now it's a 1-point game, which means every goal will be will be trading the lead, and there we go. Overkill takes it 8-7.
Amazing work by Overkill. I mean, that is really tough from Disorient. They had a great defensive stop, just weren't able to clear it. And Overkill was able to get the disc, come right back, and do the same thing, just slowly, methodically move it up. Wasted a lot of time. I mean, still 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time and only a 1-point game. But Overkill is just responding every time. Disorient, though, responding in their own time. 12 seconds later, regaining the lead.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those kind of games that you just love to see. I really hope it goes to a round 3, but man, oh man, trading blows, again, because of that 3-pointer not too long ago from Technowubs. So, I mean, that play was huge from Disorient. As now, I mean, Overkill needs a 3 or Disorient needs a 3 in order to really take a solid lead. But it's going to get a pass over to Knife Rich. Knife Rich with the disc and just happy to slow this play down.
Yeah, baiting the defender out, Techno-Wub. So now they've got a 3-on-3 here. Ghost Duck moving up, 2-person game. Ghost Duck. Oh my. Beautiful tap off the low right boot. And then a jump onto the shield, and then one-on-one against the goalie. Just absolutely shaking off Randolph. Amazing work there by Ghost Duck.
Yeah, really good job from them. I mean, still trading blows, though. Still no threes. But there's a stun. There's an open net. There's a pass back. And there is a guaranteed 2. Fortunately, Overkill now up 3, 12-9.
Anubis holding onto the disc a little too long there. Very nearly got stunned out from Randolph on the backside. Oh, maybe not. I just saw the stream. Randolph was a little bit further than I thought. From my angle, looked a lot closer. So now, having regained the lead and now ahead by 3, Overkill kind of starting to create a little bit of separation with only 2 minutes left. Disorient just needs to play their game. Oh no, that's not going to help.
That's not going to help. Going for a long bounce. That's a hard read to bounce, and that's a long 3, but it's a 2. It's a pass. Oh, dearie me. Overkill. Now up by 5. What a play.
Amazing. Amazing work. I mean, just very unfortunate there for Disorient. They had the attack and just lost the disc in a one-on-one. And all of a sudden, from up 1, they are now down 5 with a minute and a half left. Pressure mounting. Draco Mako getting stunned out. All 4 players there flying in. If Overkill gets another score, it is pretty much books. Robin moving. Juking, using that nest as a shield, using the shield as a shield, but 2 players, one gets stun out, and now they've cleared it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you might say that's not necessarily the smartest play, but time is on their side. They're happy to burn all this time away, but there still is time for Disorient. That's a long shot. That's a long pass. That's not going to connect, unfortunately. So it is going to get cleared out and will get picked up by Overkill, who's looking for another 2 or 3, but instead elects to take the time. Finds the long clear low. Is it a pass? No, we're going to be a little wide. Woohoo! Very close. And somehow still picked up by Overkill.
Amazing. Ghost Duck just using... Oh, no. Draco with the disc. That could have closed it down, but with 30 seconds left, it is all but over. They just need to burn about 10 seconds to mathematically eliminate Disorient. So it looks like Overkill will finally put the squeeze on Disorient. Disorient having won in their Cycle 3 matchup will now go down here in round 2 against Overkill.
Yeah, what a game. Congratulations, Overkill, winning this round in 2. And, well, Palador, what did Overkill do?
Just the execution from every imaginable angle that they needed to. One of the telltale stats I was looking at, as I mentioned in the first round, for the majority of it, they were leading 60-40 in every category, aside of steals, I believe. And yet, second round, tides were shifting for a while. Disorient played well. They were coming back a little bit. They fed Techno-Wubs a few times there on some nice assists and got him those 10 points and relied on that. But the thing is, the team play here from the side of Overkill has just been immaculate. Now, yeah, they still get steezy sometimes. They still juke sometimes, but they're assisting into those plays. They're mixing up some great teamwork into their one-on-ones. And also, on top of it, executing plays that aren't one-on-ones. Just simple cross-cut passes, resetting back to Knife Rich, who was doing an excellent job being in that back line, got a couple good saves, and also was just that reliable reset player. Had a nice assist in there, too, when he needed to move to the front line. Because you look at, again, the score of this round, right? It was close for most of it until those last couple minutes, 16-9. And yet, you look at the assist totals. That's a difference maker here, because at the end of round 1, Overkill had 5 assists, and they ended up with 11. For Disorient, they ended round 1 with a total of 2 assists, and they ended with 5. So despite the relatively close game and close scoring totals for most of that round, just a lot better disc movement and sharing there of the goal scoring opportunities for Overkill. And that's not something that people might have expected us to be saying maybe a year ago, right? Where it was a lot more one-on-one heavy and a lot less cross, pass, cut, things like that. And that is why I started this stream earlier on today saying, well, you're witnessing, in a sense, kind of the evolution of Overkill as they do take that next step into recognizing the subtle things, the meta play, the team play, the positioning, because they already had the mechanics a long time ago. But now they're really, really turning it up on the team end of things.
Yeah, absolutely. And, Overkill, of course, tomorrow going against one of those teams that has been one for a very long time. Ethereal will be one of our first matches here on Channel 1. Well, it will be our first tomorrow. So, I mean, Overkill, certainly a bone to pick, but they can go the distance, Doc.
That they can. I don't know. That Ethereal Overkill matchup is going to be an absolute barn burner. Every player on both of those rosters can pop off at any time, hit a big time 3, throw some mean jukes down. I mean, there's going to be some ankles broken. There's going to be some dimes thrown. I mean, it's going to be haymaker after haymaker. That's going to be awesome. And just checking in, VRML 2 is going right now. Oceans against Ace. Ace won round 1, but currently down by 7 in round 2 with only a minute and a half left. So looking like that's going to go to a round 3. And of course, the winner of that Ace Oceans matchup will play Bite of 87 to round out the menu to start it off tomorrow.
Yeah, so many incredible matches here today. A huge shout out to our sponsors, VR Cover, Asterion Products, VRware, Arma. And most importantly, all of you. Thanks for banging out here with us, a part of the community. I mean, we have so much fun casting. Huge shout out to the mod team, though, who does all sorts of incredible work behind the scenes as well as the board. But I mean, before we end this one off, Pally, any last thoughts for this game?
One more shout out to the awesome creators and all the work they've done to polish up these streams so nicely for finals. All these interviews, transitions, animations, the intros. Super proud of what they've done, and just incredible what a community of people who love this game can do. Just on a volunteer level, it's amazing to watch. So shout out to them for excellent job. For those watching also in venues, as we do go offline here shortly, if you want to go catch the impending third round of Ace versus Oceans, you want to go to twitch.tv/Echo Arena _VRML2. So you can catch the action there. Of course, follow all our Twitch channels, YouTube and Facebook, and support the league, because that's how we grow as a community and from the streaming end of things. But that will indeed do it from me. So. Can I do my thing?
Do it.
Yeah, all right. So, from everyone here at VRML, sorry, I got a little too excited. I've been Palador, that's been Luke and Doc Education, as well as Newton Dad on the cams all throughout this day. Thank you for watching. Same time, same place tomorrow for day 2 and your championships. Be happy, be healthy, be safe, and be good to each other. And we're going to see you again tomorrow. VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, Border Foods, VR Cover, ProTube VR, Rebuff Reality, and VRware.net.